All right. So, welcome to session 75. Last time, there was a finish of battle on the ship fighting the enemy pirates. The party managed to save the majority of the crew. Well, no, not the majority of the crew, but a handful of the crew, including Murphy the Tabaxi, who was found in a little, not a little, but a bathtub floating in the water. Sam, Onatese's brother, managed to help save everybody and get them on his ship that is the Derelict, a ragtag, ramshackle built out of parts of shipwrecks being held together by magic, and has agreed to take the party towards Lore's secret island destination. Onatase had a bit of a talk, discovering that yes, they are in fact both children, of devotion, the god of devotion and loyalty, and that there is a bit of a cheat to get his brain no longer ouchy. But before that, we must first continue on Lore's destination. And with that, I welcome everyone to the Kingdom of Springkeep.
I want to lead by example. I want people to trust.
I don't know what kind of trickery this is, but it's a very poor one.
It probably comes from not wanting to lose more people.
I will do whatever it takes to get where I want and where I want to go.
I wanted it to come from me. I wanted to show you guys myself.
I can't speak.
You can speak. You just
I
did.
definitely had more plans for the day because I've just been unpacking and I took the dog on a walk. And then I was like, I'm sleepy, and so I napped instead of finish unpacking.
Nice.
Well, finish is a strong word. Unpacking what I had.
So, it is still the early hours of the evening. Onatase, you have just spoken to Sam. What does everybody need to do?
Sleep? I don't know. Last I remember was Onatase and I spoke before the end.
Yeah.
So it didn't end with him speaking to Sam.
I need to make a presidential phone call.
Okay.
I need to not steer the boat.
What time at night is it?
I mean, it was night enough for stars. Probably 11 to 12.
Do I think that that what's her name? Eden? Eve?
Eden.
Eden.
Okay, yeah. I was right the first time.
You were.
Oh,
I was like, I know it had something to do with that. Eden. Do I know if they would be awake at 11?
I don't know, do you?
I know their sleep patterns.
I mean, you were there for a while. You probably could have learned when she goes to bed.
Is it 11?
No. She seems like the person that doesn't sleep much.
Well, she's an elf. She only requires 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And not even sleep.
So you probably could call any time and be pretty fine.
Okay. I will,
Do the sending stones have ringtones?
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do. I can't think of a funny joke for what Onatase's ringtone, for what the ringtone for what Onatase calls is.
Rock the Casbah?
Rock
sure.
lobster?
Rock lobster. So I'm gonna call Eden.
Okay.
Ring, 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 rock phone.
It rings, doesn't ring.
Eden, this is Onatase.
Yes. How can I help you?
How are things proceeding with our church guests?
So far, everything has gone pretty smoothly. They've basically conceded to every single point I've had to bring up. Basically, no sort of opposition on any demands.
That's suspicious in and of itself. Any problems with the one named Courage?
None that I've noticed. Has not been allowed to speak much.
Good. As it should be. Everything's right in the world. So what is the current deal?
Well, so far they have given to all your options. No basements allowed. I'm still not sure about that one.
Trust me, it's for the better.
It would be a starting trial run that they would have one here in Pleawood before moving further outwards. I have also put in the stipulation that one of our own must be within the church at all times. Just to keep an eye on things. From what I can tell of the other people involved in these discussions, there is still some apprehension on bringing the church in, though having had Velki do such fine work here, people are being pretty lenient on it.
And they are clear that the church has no authority on this land.
Correct. That is mostly why I've been making sure to have our representative of the castle within its walls. Not as a figurehead for the church itself, but just to keep an eye on things and give any final decisions. I'll let you in the future designate who you would like for that.
Thank you. You're doing a good job, it sounds like. Oh, I had something. Oh, brain! No, come back!
Pinky!
Come back!
If all goes smoothly, the talks should be done within the next day or so, when a contract will be written up for final signing.
Good. Have you heard anything from insert town name here?
Shit, you're gonna start taking notes, bud.
I really do. It's the place.
There's a
where you
map.
bar-
There's a map.
Is there a map?
Literally on the screen. Yep.
But this doesn't help. Was it Clawfield where you buried the thing?
No.
No. Another try.
No, it's not.
Was
Try
it
it again.
Was it Pine Tree?
It was.
Make a history check.
Was it? It was Pine Tree, right?
Yeah, Michael just said it was.
Oh, okay. Has any word been sent to you from Pine Tree?
Not that's come to me. So if anything's come from them, it would not be of dire importance.
Good.
Oh, it looks like they have requested more bows.
More bows? Like the weapon?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
The accessory.
That I guess
That's not
a
unusual.
hard request to fulfill. Yes. Well,
They like,
Yeah.
as they are up in the trees, they tend to like to use ranged attacks for any wandering animals or plants.
right. Keep me updated should anything go awry.
Of course, if anything untoward happens, I'll let you know first. Second. First would be the guard.
Yes.
Correct answer.
Well, thank you for your time, Eden.
You have yourself a good night.
I will. You too. Put down my presidential phone. Okay, well, the church hasn't blown up Bluewood yet.
Did you think they would?
I don't know what they're willing to do.
Fair enough.
But everything seems to be going good. There's no pushback on any of my demands, as Eden put it.
You did give her like a not allowed this, and this.
Look, basements are not. No basements. The church has a bad history with basements. Where they keep their fucking sins.
Damn.
Negotiations should be done within the next few days. And the only word that's been sent from Pine Tree is a request for more bows.
That's good, right?
Well, it means if it's going to do anything, it hasn't done it yet.
Good.
Well, I think it's about time we get some rest.
Agreed.
So you all can hit that fancy long rest button now.
Fancy boy.
And now I need to re-prepare spells.
That's a mood.
Because we're going either into a big fight or who knows what's going to happen with that sea monster.
You said long rest?
Yeah.
We're
Sweet.
going to serenade it. That's what's happening.
Sorry, the wind keeps blowing my door. My new setup is interesting, so bear with.
If it's an animal, I can prepare. Don't speak with animals. Oh,
You
I
can
already
do
have
that.
I already have that prepared. Look at me go.
A druid with speak with animals prepared.
Oh,
Inconceivable.
I also have my favorite spell, Enlarge Reduce, prepared.
Okay. So, as you are currently being ferried by a boat that is not reliant on waves, currents, or air, you are going at max speed at all times.
Wow.
God, he's so cool.
Jeez.
So there's no more having to roll to see if you gain or lose days. That said,
Very cool.
still gonna roll to see if anything interesting happens. Does anyone want to roll a D100 for me?
All the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I rolled the last one, so somebody else can if they want, but if not, I always will.
Yeah, same. Jerry, you roll the ones place, I'll roll the tens place.
Okay,
We'll do it together.
just done. 3.
83.
83. Okay. So, somebody here. Does any of you kind of explore the ship a bit?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Absolutely.
Is
Why
that a
wouldn't we?
question?
Okay. Since you two are the
yeah,
ones who answered, Velky and Lore, give me an investigation.
Can I explore the ship too?
You weren't fast enough,
Oh,
and you just did a
Just
thing.
said it the second that you were speaking, but
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
Anatis can explore with us. It
Okay.
doesn't have to be a 2-party event. It could be a 3-party event.
Okay, Anates also roll an investigation.
okay.
If Zin leaves the room, he'll probably get roped into helping.
it's true.
I got a 12.
I also got a 12.
Oh, I got a 16.
Okay. So you are walking through the under it's a giant ship. A very, very, very giant ship. So there's
Might
like
say too big.
might say too big. There are multiple floors, and sections aren't always connected to each other in a coherent way. Like you'd have to go down a set of stairs to go up a set of stairs to get past a wall. And as you're kind of
Chester Mystery House.
I'm like,
Yes.
What kind of friggin' labyrinth are we trapped in now?
yeah, it's like a labyrinth almost. Not that bad though. As you're going through, Velky, you see someone go into a door that you've not seen before. And by that I mean the person, you've not seen them before.
Fair enough. That reminds me, is there crew on this ship?
There's not.
And it's not Sam.
It's not Sam, and it's not any of the people that were on the boat with you guys.
Oh, then I follow.
Our crew?
Yeah, none of your surviving crew.
Jeez.
So, do you do this stealthily, or are you just gonna run up on them?
I mean,
You just saw him
my
enter a
stealth is
door.
crap, so I can try, but I mean, what's the worst that can happen if I fail? That was a question.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen if you fail?
It was also mostly a joke question, but
Yeah, don't answer it real.
yeah, don't actually answer it. Just what's the worst that can happen? I will try to be stealthy.
Okay, everyone give a stealth. Unless Velky is walking off on his own.
Oh no, everybody can come with me. You
Moment
know
I
how
see
he
you
be.
Valky get into like a sneak position, I'm just gonna assume sneak. You know,
His
it's
butt
that
wiggles.
it's literally like that meme where it's like, if Rosa Diaz jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff? Well, yeah, if she's jumping off a cliff, she's probably running away from danger.
So I don't want
Yeah.
to be that person, but I got 2 nat 20s, so
Oh, nice.
I got a nat 19, so 21.
oh, it's 23 with the yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got
yeah.
a nat. I got a nat 12.
Okay. So as you walk up on this door, it is left slightly open ajar. There is a slight light coming in, like very slight, like a candle that's being slightly covered. And you just hear some shuffling through boxes and the voice of a man just kind of muttering to himself, "Just got to find some food and lay low for a while."
Stowaway. How? When?
Isn't Sam like one with the ship? He must know.
That's your department, not mine.
Is stowing away like having fleas? You know, like you know, like you're aware that there's something on you, but you don't know where it is. Because isn't anyone like, yeah, like how you said part of the ship? Like,
Yeah, maybe.
does Sam have fleas?
I don't know if I actually asked him. No, I think I.
He has
I asked,
water
like,
fleas.
I think I asked if he was like, because he said like the ship was like bonded to him.
Yeah.
Not that I,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he ever gave me a clear cut like how deep that works. But presumably he either knows this guy's here or he doesn't.
That is how most things work, yes. Someone, just one person, give me a perception check.
I'm proficient.
I'm not.
Well, I'm not proficient, but I have advantage, sorry.
No, you
go
please
ahead,
do.
Sophie.
So I can't hear you, Chess. What'd you say?
I said you go ahead.
Okay, you broke up a little bit, and then I was like, oh no, I can't hear. Okay.
I kinda hear.
It's 21 total.
21? Very easy to tell. This person is wearing the colors of the pirates you had just recently fought.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
That little ship egg.
That explains the how. And when.
Okay, so like, do we fuck them up, or what's the protocol here?
Is there protocol for finding?
Is he just trying to survive, or is he gonna like?
I assume he's just trying to survive.
Matisse, if you knock on the wall, will Sam just come?
That's a
Oh yeah, then we can ask him if he's got fleas.
that's a good question.
Maybe don't knock on this wall though. You want to scare him?
Michael.
Yeah.
So Voshin's holy symbol is a constellation, right?
Yeah.
Which, for the most part, is, stars in a specific formation.
Yeah, 7 stars in a formation.
And I knock in the formation of Voshin's symbol. Like, I don't know if he'd be able to tell, but, like, if he can feel the ship, maybe he'll know.
I've got one a little better for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So instead of knocking, you go up to one of the walls a little ways away. And you press, like, 2 of your fingers onto the wall, and instead of, like, knocking the formation, you trace it out, like a sigil.
Okay.
And as you do, a white light follows your fingers, and the 7 points shine at the spots.
Oh, that's cool.
And afterwards, who here hasn't seen My Hero Academia?
Maybe Jer. I don't know though.
What? I've seen My Hero
All
Academia.
of it? Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
That's
thought you
okay.
hadn't.
And I thought you hadn't. I'm gonna be real with you.
I've had the manga since I was in Japan, but I love you. I understand.
So, when we get introduced to Lemillion and his
My
head
best
just
boy. Yeah.
pops through the wall?
Yes.
My goodest son.
That's
Absolutely.
our good Bethesda boy.
So after you do that, right beside where you did that, Sam's face just kind of comes out of the wall.
I wasn't sure that was going to work.
Can I roll to hold in a shriek of surprise?
Yeah, give me a charisma saving throw or a wisdom, one of the two.
Well, my wisdom is much higher. Oh, well, it's a 17 plus 7, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah, you managed to keep yourself in check.
Okay. Well, good to know that works. Can you like feel and see everybody in the ship?
If I focus, I can.
We have a bit of a stowaway.
Oh, is that who's been rummaging around? I thought it was maybe one of your crew.
No, it's one of the people from the crew you saved us from. I think Belky said he's looking for food.
I see. And what would you like done?
I mean, I was wondering if it was kind of like having fleas.
Lo really wants to know if stowaways are like fleas to you.
I just wanted to know, like, if you could feel it, but you don't know who it is, you'd be like, oh, like I have a flea. Like, oh, does it like bug you if you have people?
I think
on
he
you
just
stuff?
answered that with the rummaging around thing.
Can
I
you feel
suppose-
fleas, Matt?
I suppose it'd be the same as
Matt
if you
has
feel a
fleas.
bug running across your arm.
No, it is for you.
No, I just fleas. No.
Oh, well, it's your ship. How do you feel about
Fleas.
someone rummaging in it?
He steps out of the wall entirely. Well, normally it'd be the brig, but I'm asking you because I'm interested in what your response to this is.
Probably hire him.
Did you say we hire him?
That's not us. Him.
Well, I would rather try and take a peaceful approach than attacking him or anything. If he's just hungry, he's not the captain of the ship. He's probably not the one who made the decision to attack us.
I recommend that you scare him so that he decides this is a terrible idea and he should never kill other people ever again. No reason.
Oh, now that we can manage.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea.
Especially with your little peekaboo trick.
And then give him a snack. I'll give him a snack. I have snacks. I can make a snack. You don't have to do anything. I am bulky, by the way.
Pulling out a jar of peanut butter and some bread. You surprise him, I'll make him a snack.
Well, if it's a scare we want, I can pull something off. And he
ask him if he's hungry.
he steps back into the wall, and you start hearing like a bit of a crunching sound. And you hear down the hall a bit from that room, a guy just be like, what is happening? What? Ah! And he jumps out of the door just in time as you feel the wall just smash into itself.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
well,
a
that'll
some
do.
little extra. Oh,
As this man nearly avoids being crushed by the room he was standing in.
Oh yeah,
is
that
he
would
like,
that'd be scary.
Yeah,
is
that's
he like
scary.
in front of us now?
He's like, you guys are a bit of the way down the hall so that you weren't heard. So you just see him kind of like sitting against the floor. His breath, like his chest just rising so fast. And then he looks over towards you and his eyes go wide.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you hungry?
Yes. But before we do anything, please think your next decision over carefully.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Again.
Hell yeah, not me. Not high.
Mine wasn't very high, to be fair. There's a 13. Sorry to count. I only rolled a 4.
He looks between all of you and then gets up and runs down the hall the opposite direction.
Did you take that at an advantage, Jer?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Unfortunately, the with advantage was the 4.
I guess he's not hungry.
Can we get a little less hallway?
The halls in front of him just start slamming closed one by one, just boom, 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 boom.
I love this so fucking much.
Until he has literally nowhere to go. He looks up and sees a small opening through some of the cracked wood and jumps up and like tries to pry it open as he's dangling in the air, but it's not moving.
And I just slowly walk towards him.
Yeah, of course. He slowly walked towards him and he's just wiggling, trying his best to like claw his way out of this.
Get him bridal style. Get him bridal style.
That's not going to work. Because Voki said it, can I yank him down into a bridal carry?
Sure, you can. Absolutely. He just kind of looks defeated.
Hello, I'm the Great Onotace.
I'm signing.
Well, more correctly, you're in a little over your head. But hello, Simon.
Sign in. S-I-N-A-N.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But hello, Simon.
How do you know that Onotace didn't say it wrong on purpose, Michael?
I almost went with that for the bit.
Does he have a brother co-signing?
Oh,
Stop it. Stop it. No. Enough. Not today, motherfucker.
So, Brig for me.
Well, you didn't answer Velky over there before. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Velky, how's that snack coming?
Snacks? Yeah.
Imagine he runs down the hall. Snacks?
Pulled out a whole ass carrot.
Carrots!
I think I only have a really, really old muffin.
That is a very old muffin. It has been through a lot now.
Tan waterlogged.
It's not even in like wood, or like when like wood turns to stone after a while. It's like that. It's like a rock, but like not like hard as a rock. Like it starts slowly turning into like a different thing.
Yeah.
Gross.
What do you do with your muffin?
Nothing. I'll put it away.
You're gonna put it away?
Keep it.
You're gonna keep it.
Take it out. Look that it's not edible. I shrug and I put it back in my backpack.
How do you know it's not edible?
Michael.
We'll find out later. I'm sure you'll know that.
Have you felt this muffin?
I know I made the joke
petrified
before.
Probably use it as a throwing stone.
Give me a medicine check, Lore.
Oh god. I know I made the joke before about Velky having like jar of peanut butter and a thing of bread, but I like way more that Velky is the healthy snack man.
It's a whole carrot.
Just pulls out a carrot.
He's got like trail mix and stuff. It's an 11. I take a wee nibble.
You take a wee nibble.
Yeah,
You crack a tooth.
not a wee nibble. It's a bite. I just bite it.
It seems fine.
Oh
does it taste like?
God.
It doesn't taste any different from when you ate them before.
Lord,
Tastes like shoe leather.
Lord, you've had that muffin for like months.
Almost as long as we've
Yeah,
known
but
you, actually.
It tastes fine. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't taste too terrible.
I will take your word for that one.
Do you
So-
finish the muffin?
No, I don't eat it all. I just took a bite. I'm gonna put it back in my backpack. It's like my emotional support muffin at this point.
Okay.
For a later muffin date.
Yeah, if it was like a nice and delicious muffin, I was gonna give it to this guy, but now that I see that it could probably poison him, I'm not going to.
You have no reason to believe it would poison you.
I know, but if somebody handed you a piece of coal and went, "This is a muffin," you would not eat it.
Well, like, unless it's like one of those charcoal food things where it's like, this is a muffin, and you're like, that's just a lump of charcoal, actually.
You're like, I
I
don't
wouldn't
think
eat
it
that
is.
either.
But
Does he take the
he'll
carrot?
take the carrot and he eats it so quickly.
There, see? Now, the next question's very important. It wasn't your idea to attack us, I assume.
No, it was not.
Right. And
Just-
if I were to ask if you felt remorse for doing that,
Felky nodding in the background to try and get him to say yes.
Yes.
Lord's got 2 thumbs up and is nodding.
Very
Eyes on his
remorseful.
okay, insight check him.
Sure.
Yeah, I would also like to insight check for fun. Let me in. Let me in.
I want to see if he's only saying that because he's being bullied.
Bullied. Suggested to, maybe.
Yeah, we're
Suggested
not
to.
bullying him.
23.
Oh, sick. I got a whatever 16 plus 7 is.
23.
That's also 23.
Woohoo!
Let's go!
So, you could tell he is definitely saying he's remorseful because he is being told that that's the right option here.
Felky shakes his head.
But you could also tell from looking at the way he ate and from other signs, it doesn't look like he's eaten in some time.
Your
Must have been a reason.
your captain didn't feed you?
Not often.
Were you a prisoner?
Yes and no.
Elaborate.
Indentured servant?
I chose to join and then had no choice to leave.
Was it because you were on the wall to, because you just didn't, you never stopped?
Mostly didn't go to land often, and when we did, we weren't exactly allowed to go.
Okay.
Rough.
Well, your old captain's dead.
Yes.
Thanks, Ante's really just reminded him.
And if we haven't made it very clear, and I'll stop carrying him, we'll kind of set him on his feet, pat him on the shoulder. We're not going to kill you.
Thanks. He's very confused about all this.
I'm not a very pleasant person right now. I can eat the nap.
If you behave yourself, which basically entails don't steal from us, don't try to kill us, and maybe say hello when we pass by you.
Just
You
for
know,
fun.
just for fun. We will drop you off at the next place we go. I believe it's
No, we'll drop you off at like a mainland. You can come with us.
That's-
You have to
that's
stay
what I
on
was
the
saying.
boat.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're not going anywhere where
Yeah.
we're gonna drop you off productively.
The next time
Story of my
we're going
life.
to a mainland, I believe
Well, we're about to go into a dragon's den, so unless you want to get off and get eaten by a sea monster,
Yeah, we can drop you off in the
congratulations.
ocean.
the next time we go to mainland will be Aaron Eve.
I'm sorry. Can we go back to Sea Monster?
No.
Like, look outside. I mean, I don't know where I am right now. I'm not going to pretend like, well, I was going to pretend, but I'm not going to pretend anymore. Like, I know where I am.
No, we know. None of us really know where we are, and we don't really know where we're going. But you are not allowed to come.
Yeah, you're,
Right
going,
now.
you're going to stay on the boat and behave yourself, and then you will be dropped off
Marianne.
in Marion, in Aaron Eve, which is the next time we'll be on land, and you can figure your life out from there.
Okay.
I recommend not
safe here.
becoming a pirate again.
That maybe was not my best life choice.
Or at least finding a better captain. Like the captain of this ship. He's cool. We like him.
Sam walks out of the wall. I am quite cool indeed, but I take no crew, and just walks into another wall.
Not that Annotate is biased or anything.
The man is just like, holy fuck!
Annotate does like the hand in front of his mouth and goes, "That's my brother."
God, you're so weird. You're weird about him, Annotate.
A little bit.
Do you see the stuff he does? I wish I could do that.
So you've found a stowaway and managed to convince him to just lay low.
Yeah. Don't steal. Don't try to stab us or shoot us or any other harmful things. Maybe say hello every now and again for fun.
Yeah,
And
with
we'll
all that his interest, he loves people, like,
Yeah,
all the time.
Talk
That
does
is
interest,
favorite.
talk does interest a lot. Have multiple conversations with interest.
You listen to your whole life story.
Yeah, become his best friend. He really likes it,
Yes.
and he's always telling us how he needs
I
more
will
friends.
kill you all.
You're not here.
So, that went very well for everyone involved,
Including
Is-
his interest.
including his interest.
Zinger's got a new
Interest,
friend.
Interest has a new best friend. I think it went the best for his interest.
So, is there anything anyone else wanted to do for the day?
Yeah, I tried to introduce myself to Sam, and I don't think he heard me, or he walked away from me, or whatever, but I'm insulted, and then I need to reintroduce myself for, like, the third time.
And I assumed that we were over like yonder, and it was an Anate Sam conversation. That's
We were downstairs
what
in our...
my... Well, just like down the hall, you know.
You did technically
Like, we
get
could
an
see-
introduction when you first came on the boat.
I didn't tell him my name,
Okay, fair enough.
Michael.
Fair enough. Well, he is very easy to find.
I try and do the same thing that Anantes did.
Sure,
They
give
draw
me
the
a
wall.
religion check.
Oh, shit.
You just do that? Damn.
17.
Yeah, with a 17, same deal happens. You follow the pattern, and the stars light up in the specific points, and after a moment, Sam just comes out of the wall.
Impressive.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
How can I help ye?
I'm Velky.
And I'm Law Historia.
Ah, formal introductions. My apologies. I am Captain Flotsam. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
Wanted to thank you again for saving us.
It is the least I could do.
I think the least you could do would actually just be to, like, leave.
No, it is quite literally the least I could do.
Okay, well, I won't
I
question
am
that.
personally
Yeah,
compelled to help.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I have like so many questions and I don't really know where to start. Has it ever happened to you?
Start in alphabetical order.
Oh god. Oh, well, that means I have to write them all out. And think about which one goes first. Oh. Yeah, sure. Are you actually Anastasis' brother?
Well, we don't share any blood relations, no. But we are connected to the same god, so in some vein, could see it as such.
So everyone in the church is my sibling. Ooh.
I
Prefer it if they weren't.
I don't think blood matters in a family. But
All
I
of
mean,
my family is long dead, so the closest I would have would be Onates.
yeah, no, I don't think that you need to be siblings with like all the church people if you don't want to. I don't.
No,
think
that was a joke.
I know. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. But I mean, Onates has got a weird god, so.
That is fair. Well, I mean, not to say that your god is weird.
I'll say it. Your god's weird. Not bad, but he is weird.
He is a cryptic one, but I think they all are in some degree.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
It's not always bad.
Though I don't know how much of the crypticness is due to having a weak connection here.
My other question, I mean, I'm sure I have more, but like right now I only have the two. Is your goal here to actually help Anastasis? I can't tell what's happening. He told me that we were headed to Marianne for a plant, and I want to know if that actually will help him, or if you're just lying, I suppose, to put it frank.
Well, if I was lying, there'd be no reason to tell him of any such thing.
Lying's just the only word I can think of right now. Does it do different things? I'm scared, that's all.
Oh no, well, I mean, if you harvest and cook it, it'll do different things.
Is it sea cucumber?
No, it is more like a underwater flower.
Okay, good, because sea cucumbers aren't actually cucumbers. You can't eat them like cucumber. Anyway.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah, you wouldn't you?
Creature.
No, it would cure his mind of what ails him. It won't be an easy task, but it will do as I said. I also told him I would give him more details when we're done with this. I think at best, it seems you're already on a journey, and I don't want to muddy the waters.
No, when you say what ails him, what do you mean by that? Does that mean that if he's not ailed by a certain thing at a certain time, what he wants won't happen?
No. Everything will come to him in time, but it seems he is determined to move things along in his journey.
Well, he has been having a hard time lately.
Is it going to change him? Like, is he still going to be the Onates we know? Or is it going to, like, bring back wicked bad memories and he's going to be like, oh, I'm this other person? He does do that sometimes, but is it going to, like, change him for real?
He does do that sometimes, yeah.
That is not something I can answer. Because I do not know.
Did you ever have moments where you lost yourself? And
No. I didn't
things-
have any moments where I lost myself or anything. I was quite disoriented for a time. Having no memory, no idea of what to do, I just sort of wandered for a very, very long time till I figured out what it was my calling, I suppose, would be. I could have decided not to do this, but I found I quite enjoy it, honestly. And it makes up for a lot of the bad I had done in the past. But I never lost sight of who I was, and over time I began to learn more and more about myself. Who I was before, and who I am now, and what I should do in the future. I know exactly what Ontes is going through, but it is not up for me to say the specifics. And I have no way to know what lies ahead for him.
Okay, well, if this plant hurts him in any irreversible, awful, terrible, godforsaken way, like dying or anything like that, I don't want to be that person, but I might have to hurt you.
Oh
Yeah,
no, the
we
plant
have a re-
the plant
a
will
bad
not.
track.
It is quite tame.
I don't know. We have a bad track record with flowers, and not
That's
that I
true,
think
actually.
not that I think we could, but if this plant hurts on a taste, we will hurt you.
It will be
Not that I think that we will, but we will make
Ooh.
you pay.
It will be a wicked headache. But
we can handle
not
that.
damaging.
Okay.
I will put it this way. Had I known of its existence beforehand, I would have much preferred to go through it instead of the many... Well, it wasn't many years, but it felt like many years before everything was laid out before me.
Right. Sorry, I wanted to just introduce myself. I apologize for the threat.
Yeah,
I'm worried
no, we
about
mean it
this.
in a nice way. We don't mean to threat you. You seem very nice. We just care about Onates and don't want him to get hurt. So I don't mean like meaningly threat, but I just I hope you can understand where we're coming from.
Of course, I am quite glad that Ontes has found himself a loyal crew.
Well, more of a court, I guess. What are you looking at, Rohan? Why? Hey. Hey. Hey.
I will say for now that he's going to need you to be there for him throughout it.
That's
I mean,
fair.
wouldn't have it any
Not
other
gonna
way.
leave him. Yeah.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Alright, let's
Bucky,
take it.
anything?
No, I think I'm okay.
Hello.
Ugh.
Who was that?
Hello. Padre has come home.
Right there.
Um,
Ugh.
So?
Fear.
is there anything else from you guys?
How far did you say that we are away from the island?
You're going to basically be there tomorrow or the day after.
Okay.
Shit.
I want to just literally, like, every single night up till then, like, watch the stars at night.
Okay.
And I'm gonna... Sometimes I'm gonna go through my parents' books, sometimes I'm gonna go through... Like, I'm just gonna go through a bunch of my books, and I'm just gonna sit and, like, have some calm star time. And just some thinks, you know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Onates.
Hey.
Roll me a d12.
Okay. I don't have one of those.
I feel like that's a lie.
I also never get my d12s ready. I have like 4 around me, but they're not in front of me.
Well, dice don't count. Although it was a 12. That's an 11. It almost fell on the floor again.
Okay. Zin, Velky, anything else for today?
I'm good.
Well, first of all, I want to see if that guy is actually talking to Zintris. And then after that's all done, I'm gonna go curl up next to Anates to take a nap.
Okay. Zintris, do you let this random guy talk to you?
I don't know. Do I let him find me?
You don't know he's
hiding?
coming.
Yeah.
You see at some point this man who you have not seen before catch your eyes and then kind of look around and kind of quickly rush over to you.
May I help you?
I was told to talk to you a lot by a, well, great Anates and others.
And others. My name was said, just so you know.
They said you would enjoy being talked to a lot.
I know you love people.
Do you happen to know what the definition of gullible is?
Not verbatim.
How is that gullibility? No, it's fine.
I thought they were going to kill me. They didn't and told me to talk to you, so I am doing so.
This is what I get for trying to rest.
I can just go. This was clearly a mistake. I'm sorry.
Off you go then.
Get out of here. Okay, leave.
All right, yeah, he leaves.
Velky glares at Zintris from around the corner. It was a lot of hard work to do.
Laura takes a break from his contemplation time and just scowls at Zintris.
This is all your fault.
And what
No.
did you think was going to happen?
Hopefully you'd make a friend.
You need more pirate friends. Even shitty pirates.
Also, I thought maybe you would open your heart to somebody you didn't know.
Yes, because that works so well after I've met all of you the first
I
time.
know, but, you know, like maybe just you're on the open sea and you got a little seasick. I don't know. You decided you were gonna vomit. You may as well do word vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever I just said.
Yeah, that was definitely word vomit. Follow Felky's lead and just kind of puke your words out.
Bow.
I do it often. Bow. No?
No,
Okay.
it's
Well,
not,
I also do.
not happening to someone I only just met.
oh, when will you tell me your woes?
Whenever God decides to make my life a living hell.
Is your life not already a living hell? Come on. I'm a tickle
No,
him.
just a comedy
Tickles
of
him.
errors.
Tickle him. Tickle him. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Gucci, gucci, goo.
No, I mean it. I'm for real. I'm gonna tickle Zintros. That is my goal. Roll to tickle. Michael, what do I roll to tickle? Seriously, holy shit.
Probably,
I feel like Michael's not
Rage.
taking this serious, yeah.
Brooklyn Rage.
to roll for tickle would probably be contested dexterity checks. Or like
Oh,
you do a dex
valid.
check, he does a dex save.
I'm gonna get boned.
Why would you say it like that?
I don't know. I realize my mistake, though.
You.
I mean, it was either that or get fucked, and either way, they're the same thing.
Get fucked is so like open ended. Get boned is like very specific.
Everything, Jared.
So much.
You see, I got a 20, but like the gooby kind. Gooby 20.
Did I need to roll something? I think
Yeah,
I just...
you
Yeah,
need
dex
to
save.
make a dex saving
Dex
throw. That's
save,
why I said I
okay.
was gonna get boned, because obviously. I mean, get fucked.
Yeah, that's a 24.
Fuck, I was so close.
Yeah, you're
There's
pretty close,
literally
but he
no way
moved
I
out
could
of
have
the...
beat a 24.
Yeah. He moved out of the way in time of your tickles.
That's rude.
See your tickle hands a comment and was just like.
Fancy
So-
footwork.
So rude. Will he dodge out of the way of a hug?
Probably not.
Yay!
You gotta be finally past that, you know? Like, let us hug you, you know?
Grab him and give him a snuggle. And then squeeze him. Not very hard. A little bit.
And he
Okay, well,
squeaks.
and he squeezed. And then I curl up on the floor and take a nap. Because what else can you do on the ocean?
It's true. So,
Wars.
the day turns into night, turns into day. Onates, D8.
Okay. 4.
Okay. There comes a point in the day where the waters start to kind of grow a little more still. Lore, give me a perception check.
I'm only mediocre at perception.
How much?
17.
Ooh.
Oh, all I heard was,
Yeah, I heard. There comes a point in the day where you you don't feel.
You just don't.
I've just been, all my emotions revoked.
No, you swear you can hear some sort of melody on the wind. And you rush yourself to the front of the ship, and out on the horizon you can see that sea beast breaking through the
Like you-
waters.
Joke's on you, I was already outside. I've just been sitting as close to the water as possible. Yes, Michael, I'm sorry.
But yes, front of the ship you can see the sea beast ahead on the horizon.
I watch it.
It moves. Give me a perception check or a nature check.
They are the same. 20. Not nat 20.
Wow.
Blasted 20.
So you can tell from the way it's swimming and moving and turning, it is eyeing your boat quite carefully to see what it's doing.
I'm gonna draw it as much as I can, but not like making it obvious that I'm watching it more than I'm drawing it, like sketching it or even like jotting notes so I could draw it later. I don't want it to see that I took my eyes off of it.
Okay. Anybody who is going to at some point get on the deck can see it ahead as well. You can all be there for it.
Oh, okay. I mean, obviously I want to for fun.
Yeah. Eventually Sam comes up behind you. We should be reaching it within the hour. What is the plan?
Sing to it.
Like, who is he talking to? Just our group?
Just
All of us.
Just to the group.
Okay. Well, we have to go. I don't know if around is the proper word, but we can't hurt the sea beast. I think the closer we're gonna get, we're gonna have to deal with it a bit more, but we can't hurt it. I don't know what really is all the way. I just have this journal.
As nice as that is, we have to be aware it probably wants to hurt us.
Yeah, but it's just doing protection. It's just trying to keep its home safe.
That makes it the most dangerous of all.
I thought it was only the
Yeah.
most dangerous when it was cornered.
They're the same thing, really. If we encroach on its territory, it's cornered. It's protecting itself regardless. It makes sense. But
Well,
we do have to get past it, and I meant it when I said sing.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't have a solid plan, but I think that the best way to kind of approach it is to play music to it. It's not going to let us get by, and it is going to fight us, but we can't fight it. I know that's a lot to ask of your ship, Sam, but it's what has to happen.
Oh, my ship will be fine.
Okay.
I don't have enough for everyone, unfortunately, and I'll do what I can. He hands out... Is everybody here, or is it just you two?
I don't know.
Up to everybody else, yeah. If you guys want to be here,
I
you can.
assumed I was here.
Okay. Is Onate's here?
Yeah.
Okay. He hands out 4... They look... Well, I mean, Onate's, your good berries are apples. But they look like small... Maybe double the size of a blueberry. Like a blueberry, but double the size. If we need to, this will allow you to breathe underwater for a short time. Just give it a swallow.
Okay.
I don't have enough for the rest of the people on the ship, however. But I will do what I can to keep them safe and within a breathable section of the ship, should it come to it.
Appreciate that.
I just don't know what it's gonna do. But I will get ready. I will just literally go and just like basically stand right at the front.
Sam, if you see anything strange today, no, you didn't.
Very well.
Just whatever happens to Law, pretend it didn't.
Oh, Dane, water breathing gives 24 hours.
Fuck
Oh.
yeah.
I want to be a fish for 24 hours. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so you guys can just make a note as a special item that you have a berry that'll give you 1 use of water breathing.
Okay.
It's a mystery tool for later. Incredible.
I'm actually gonna call it a berry of water breathing.
I accidentally just typed the word yeah and then left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I typed my response instead of saying it.
I'm on the D&D Beyond page for water breathing, and the first comment is just, cool.
Good.
So, you approach the sea beast.
Gingerly.
Gingerly. The boat slows down a little bit just to appear less threatening.
I have
And
my violin out.
getting a good look at it, it's kind of like a bit of a mix between a plesiosaur and an eastern dragon.
Oh, a baby.
Yeah, baby. It's kind of got the big body shape that a plesiosaur does, but its neck and head have a very Eastern dragon kind of look to it with the long horns, similar to what's on the map in that sense. Its coloring is mostly white with like stripes of blue and green. And does have large fin-like appendages on the body, but they taper into claws like a bat wing kind of does.
Laura's taking as many notes as possible.
And I want everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Actually, switch that. Constitution saving throw.
Can I re-roll, or do I have to
you can re-roll.
Just checking.
Should have kept the first one. 6.
Oh no, man.
21.
It's okay, the first one was only one more than... Actually, no, the first one with the wisdom was the same number.
Fair. 15. Oh wait, sorry, 16. I thought I had a 3 con. I have a 4 con. Maybe.
I
And
got
Artes?
21.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. 21.
Okay. Zintris, as it lets out this loud shock wave of a roar, it is too much to your ears, and you kind of go down onto one knee covering them. Onates and Velki, it similarly is excruciating, but you manage to just hold yourselves together. Lore, you hear music, a angry symphony coming from it that gives the sense that this is dangerous and you should not be here. But
I'm just gonna literally drop my book, and I'm gonna go as close to the edge as possible without falling off, and I'm going to try to match its song with my violin as best as I can.
okay, like the exact same, or in like a responsive way?
In a responsive way.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Ooh, okay, so it's only alright. It's a 12.
So you're not... The difficulty here is trying to project yourself loud enough to get over the sound of the ocean waves and the wind and its own sound. You try to break through it, but it is not enough. After this initial bout, everyone, well, okay. Zintris takes full damage, everyone else takes half damage since you saved. Where is my dice? There it is. Where is the other dice? There it is. Uh, 10 for Zin, 5 for the rest.
Owie. My ears, they bleed.
Your little elf ears. Oh no.
I'm not sure your plan's working, Laura.
It's gonna get better. What? That was the best try.
Need to get closer.
The...
There's a crow's nest, right?
No.
No?
There are no sails on this ship.
Oh yeah, shit, okay.
You gotta get on Onate's back.
Could we get a crow's nest?
I'm like, Anastasia doesn't want me on his back. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Sure. I want everybody now to roll initiative.
Or
This isn't going to
okay.
be a normal battle, but I want to get kind of a bit of a turn order going to keep track of everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had an idea I thought of at work today.
I don't
Okay.
have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah?
Um, because I had a thought of what if Lore's like
Suddenly,
Oh,
kaiju everyone.
doesn't work. Well, no. I was like, how can I help? I don't music, but I was thinking if I turned into like a bird and I mimicked the song, like a bird that can do that, obviously.
It's really sweet.
Turn into a little songbird and mimic the song so you get like double song. I become your speaker.
Yeah.
I like that.
I need any
Also
sort
have
of
plans, but I do like that.
Just take Fleer. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Or Billion, I think you have still.
Fuck. Michael, let me type! Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
I'm just going to put them at the top of the turn order. Whoops. Descending. Okay. So, just get them. All right. So, the sea beast crashes down into the ocean, waves rippling outwards, and it comes up, giving a wide wave, crashing into the side of the ship. Everybody roll strength save.
Oh boy, I'm so good at those.
I hold on to Zintra's.
My good luck streak went away. 13.
17 plus 0 for 17.
Okay.
Hey, that's fine, dude. I don't know
Yeah.
what's the issue here. I got a natural 20.
Because I don't roll like that as often.
That's too many 20s for me. My luck is gonna tank pretty quick. It's
I
23
got
total.
I got a 3 plus 0, so 3.
Everyone below a 15 gets 8 damage as you crash to the ship's floor.
You said 8 damage?
Yep.
Ow.
Everyone else is able to hold on.
Michael, that's my butt.
You don't have one of those.
I like to think that I fell just right on my knees, and it just like
Ooh.
hurt all my owies, my
I
arm
felt
and
the
my leg.
crack.
And it just like, you know, when you hit the ground, like you hit your knees, and it's like you have no shocks in your knees, and it's just like, ugh.
I know it well, yes.
Yeah, me too. Every time I jump off the counter, I'm like, bleh.
Yeah. Velky,
Yeah.
you're up.
Okay, but you said this isn't a battle?
Nope, but just like if there's anything you want to do. I mean, you could attack it if you want.
No, I specifically me and Laura had I was almost like Jared. Me and Laura had the talk where we were definitely not going to be attacking it.
Yeah,
So
well, I think you were even in the library when I found out that it was,
I was.
not
We-
going to be attackable.
we read it together.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with my turn is I'm going to try and position myself behind Zintris and Lore, to keep them up. So I'll be trying to use my strength to keep them afloat, essentially. Help them up off the ground, and mostly Lore because he's the one with the instrument.
Okay.
So, actually, to amend that, I will hold on to Lore, but I'm going to slap Zintris's, no, don't slap his ass. I'm going to slap his shoulder and give him guidance for his next turn.
Okay. Zin, you have
Well,
guidance.
inspiration.
Both Zin and Lore, you have advantage on the next save. Velky, though, you'll have disadvantage.
That's acceptable.
Okay.
It's more
You'll have
important to
remind
me
what
that
I
lore
add for
stays up right
guidance.
now. D4.
D4.
Onates.
I have to turn my lore playlist up just a tiny bit for dramatic effect.
We're just doing things.
Yep, whatever you think is going to help.
Sorry, I was ordering dinner. Well, I already said what I wanted to do. Does lore look like they're... What's lore doing? Sorry?
Currently getting picked up by Velky.
Yeah, I'm like, lore just hit the deck so hard they took 8 damage.
You can ready your action for...
I'm going to... I will convey to lore my plan that I said.
Okay.
I'm like, maybe you need a backup singer. So give me a signal when you're going to start.
I think that's a great idea. I am gonna warn you, stay out of my way. I'm gonna just kind of let everything go.
I'll be like behind you like a speaker.
Please don't elbow me in the face.
You create a speaker for lore with nothing but a chipmunk, a string, and a speaker.
I turn into like a songbird or something.
Okay. Zintris.
And position
Yeah?
myself.
What would you like to do?
I don't know. What can I do?
Do you have any instruments?
Instruments of death?
That's not true. You can't
Incredible.
hit anything.
I think I just like know it at the knees.
That is the best thing you have ever said to me in my entire life. Specifically.
Clapback.
That was so good. I cried. I cry every time.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure there's anything I can really do
Brace
unless I
for
want to attack it.
You could also give some sort of distractions so that it's not as concentrating on attacking you.
Like what, make little splashes in the water with my arrows?
Whatever you want to do. I mean, it's up to the dice how effective it is.
Throw some carrots at it. Fishes love carrots.
What do I have in my inventory? This, well, I have a bell in my inventory, but that would
I have
more gain its attention.
A
have a
bell
single
can be
click
used
input.
for music. As we all know, every song needs more cowbell.
Ding.
Yep. Agreed.
Or making me think my ass is haunted in the middle of the night.
Also correct.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely help. If that's what you want.
Okay, I guess I ring my little bell.
Okay.
Ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
Lore, you have a songbird and a bell. What are you doing?
And a Velky. He's helping.
And a
And
Velky
Velky.
holding you up.
Like, hello, I'm here. I'm gonna hold you like the Titanic.
Oh, thank you. I just lost what I was. Where is it? I am going to do. I'm going to use Skywrite.
Okay.
And I know that it says words, but would I be allowed to draw a picture?
You'd have to push the spell a bit, so I would say you'd have to make an Arcana check.
Okay. Can I do that?
Sure.
Give me a second. Arcana check?
Yeah.
#21. Sorry, math is really hard. for
Hell
some
yeah.
reason.
Okay. You manage to modify your spell to draw a picture. What is the
Okay.
picture?
I want to draw, and it's a very like rudimentary version because I understand that I have done this and I'm not supposed to do this. And will I ever do this again? Probably not. It was a fluke of the moment. I'm feeling all the emotions. I'm gonna draw the changeling that was in the painting.
Okay.
Weren't there two in there, though?
Yeah, but I'm gonna draw the first one.
Okay.
That is what I do.
Is there anything else?
I don't have anything else. Like, I'm assuming if I have to do more spells, it's gonna be on my next turn, so I guess not.
You can still play your music if you'd like.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
I'm
play
gonna
that
keep
Sweet
playing my
Violet.
music. I'm gonna switch to my song. I'm gonna stop trying to like
Match it.
in response mimic, yeah, and I'm gonna go off mine and do mine.
Okay.
You do the one that you used to change the painting.
Yeah.
Give me a performance check with Onates, you're at advantage, and with Zin backup, the DC is lower.
Okay. What is 12 plus 9? Can somebody please help me?
21.
Thank you, 21.
21. Very nice.
Like, math is literally the enemy. 9 is the worst number to add to things.
You're right. 9 is just the worst number.
Because it's not 10, so you're like, that would be too easy. So then you can, like, add 10, but then you have to subtract 1, and it's horrible. That's how I do math.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. For this quote-unquote encounter, you have knocked out some of its dice. So, you play your song, and its eye goes a bit wide. And it is eyeing you very closely. However, it does not quite stop yet. I would like everyone to make a dex save. Again, Velki at disadvantage. Zintris, you have your guidance and advantage. And Lori, you have advantage.
I don't think there's statistics for a songbird.
Just use yours.
Okay. I'm like, is there
Okay.
statistics for even like a magpie or a crow? Because they also mimic sound.
Oh, there might,
Ravens are real good at mimicking.
there might be
Yeah.
a crow.
There's definitely a crow. I know this for sure.
24, no guidance.
And I got a 23, no guidance.
You're not using guidance, you're using advantage.
No advantage, sorry.
No advantage. Fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't use my advantage. I'll keep it. Until
What? I'm your advantage, so if I get knocked down, you don't have the advantage anymore.
Yeah, no, and I understand that. That's definitely not what I meant. But
So, I'm sorry, Michael, I forgot the thing that we were rolling.
Dex
Is
save.
it Dex? Okay, thank you. My brain stopped working after a minute. Okay.
I got a 10.
You're in the air. Does that mean anything? With disadvantage. 13.
13. The beast basically rears back and then lets out through its mouth like bullets of water spray, piercing through all of you. You try to dodge out of the way, but it is too widespread. Velki and Onates, you take 10 damage. Zin and Lore, 5.
I am not a burn anymore.
that was the fastest pee of my life.
Did you. What? You peed?
Yeah.
Okay, you took wow. You took
Sorry.
5 damage.
It wasn't supposed to be out loud. What damage? Me?
Yeah, you took 5
Yes,
damage.
You 5. 5
You
damage.
said damage, but you didn't say the number.
You did.
Oh. I was peeing.
He said it when you got back and said, I peed.
Oh.
And then I was like, okay, you took 5
I
damage.
didn't mean to say I peed out loud also. It was definitely supposed to be.
It's okay. It
I think I unmuted at the same time.
Okay, Velky.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do now?
Well, I'm useless in this fight. The most useless. Except, let's see.
Okay, though. Not a fight.
Sorry, you know why, Chair.
I know, but I'm like, you have your other strengths.
I don't know, in this specific encounter where I can't, do much in that regard, I'm just reading something really quick. And 30 feet. Oh, I wish I could cast this on somebody else. Okay, is it possible to... Oh, I guess does it, Okay, is it possible to use thaumaturgy? Because it says you can create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, which is 30 feet. And it gives examples like rumble of thunder, cry of a raven, ominous whispers. Can I do that, but with Lore's song? And I know it's just going to be a couple notes, but it's it does that for a minute.
Yeah, give me Arcana.
Okay. Shit, cocked. 19 on the die plus 0, 19.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to continue Lore's song, which had to be slightly stopped to dodge out of the way of the spray of bullets. But now it has continued, giving Lore the chance to get back on his feet proper to pick it back up himself.
And then I continue to hug him from behind.
Yeah.
Keep Lore up!
I like to think that everybody else is like filling in the gaps. So like when I hit the ground and stuff, or like when I stop or get hit, I like alter, and then like it's like it doesn't break though.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
You will again have advantage because Velky's going to hold you up.
Ugh, I love Velky.
Onates.
Lean on me.
Well, I'm not a bird anymore. Which is unfortunate.
Hey.
Remember you can push magic in silly ways.
Yeah, I just made a picture in the sky.
And I... Water's not really my forte.
You're right. But you have been around a water person for a while now. Couple days.
Like 3 days.
Couple. Can I try speak with animals?
You can certainly try.
Amimimnals? I speak with amimimnals. And I wanna like talk to it. I wanna say We don't mean you any harm. We come in peace.
I bring you love.
Onates, I want you to give me a wisdom save. Not your normal wisdom save thing. That's something else.
Okay. Bad. 10.
Ooh, that's very bad. 11 damage. But the reason for that is you hear within your head a voice in response that has given out a magical pulse. What you instantly learn is that this is not an animal in front of you. And what comes with this pulse are the words don't come spoken, but it comes known as only those allowed may pass.
Okay. I will say that to the group. Only those allowed may pass.
Maybe you should tell him that we're here with one of them.
Yeah, we should be allowed.
I'll Vanna White lore.
Will Smith, look at my wife.
Okay. All right. Zintris, you're up.
I don't know. Lo, you might want to go back to your original form for a moment. Maybe that might appease it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yes.
And then I just keep ringing my bell.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I have to wait for my turn, but it's next.
And it's your turn, Lore.
Okay, well, I will fully drop my form. If I change this guy, right, do I have to roll again for it? Or can I just use another spell?
Is it a concentration spell?
Yeah, for an hour.
Okay, if it's a well, we should have been rolling to see if you hold concentration before.
I know, I'm sorry.
Make a con save.
They probably won't give me a refund on.
Okay.
They'll secondly off the drink. Although the drinks are like.
Oh, I have poor constitution. It's a 17.
You're good. All right.
Okay.
So, since it's a concentration spell, I will let you change it as is. You're not recasting it. You're still concentrating on it.
Okay, I am going to. This is going to be a lot of flair. Okay, bear with me, and Michael, you can tell me if this is not allowed. But I am going to turn it to be one of the pictures from my candle, probably the one where it was like my changeling parents, and like, remember how it was like my parents went somewhere else, and I was left. It's going to be like that picture, but it's going to like spiral down, and as it like hits my violin, because I assume that's where it comes from, I'm gonna like turn into my changeling, doing my like panty and stocking reveal.
Okay.
Because everybody seems to forget that that's how lore has always done their frickin' transition.
Yeah, no. All right.
Including me. I also forget that.
Yeah. So, you transform back into your original form. I want you to give me your performance.
Okay. I'm going to change back into my original form, but it's going to be like a more wild version. Not a version of lore that you've seen, where I'm just literally like true to my form. It's going to be like longer, wilder hair, sharper features, like just like the most changeling you can possibly get. And I'm just using a calculator now. I hope everybody's aware of that.
I use calculator all the time.
25.
Nice. What is the emotion you give out with this song?
Desperation in a way, but it's more like trying to convey that like maybe that they're like that I belong there. I was gonna say like that they're missing something, that they like left me behind.
Okay.
That's why it's a little bit of desperation, but it's just trying to show them that I belong there.
You basically did all of the quote-unquote damage you needed to with that.
Fantastic.
So,
I didn't do what I was gonna do. This is better.
yeah, with Velky holding you up, with Zintrus coming in with the bell, and Onatese's support, you've managed to get your song out in full, and you see the eyes of the creature lock on you, and it dives into the water again, and it is a moment before its head creeps up on the bow of the ship, and its large eye focuses on you solely, and you can see your entire body in its reflection. What do you do?
Poop.
Ooh, gosh, I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep up my song, but I'm gonna talk to it, I guess. Maybe it doesn't understand me, but I'm just gonna tell it. I'm just gonna speak to it. Be like, we belong here. I belong here. I want to know about where I come from and who my people are. Please let us through. We mean you no harm.
It blinks, and as it does, it opens its eye, and it shifts between all of you before it focuses again on you, Lore. And then its eye closes, and then its body fades into like stardust. Not stars, we have someone else here who's connected to stars, but it's like twinkling dust as its entire
Glitter.
form vanishes away.
Glitter bomb. Glitter bomb.
And now the sea beast is gone, and the way forward is clear.
Hooray.
You sound a little happier, Zin.
I give Lore a big squeeze because I'm already grabbing him.
I'm gonna give Velky a little kiss on his cheek.
Did it.
So,
Yeah.
as the ship continues, eventually on the horizon you see a single island to the left. With a telescope, you could see far, far off in the distance another 3 islands, which are on the map. But of the additional ones, you only see 1.
What about off the right?
You do not see the other one.
Okay, you specified the left, so I was like, I'm gonna look through the right. What if? What happened? Just in case.
I assume you just have Sam direct you towards that one island?
Yeah.
If we're allowed to just tell Sam what to do, sure.
You are. This is your journey. He is currently taking your lead.
Starboard. I actually don't know which one is starboard, which one's port.
Stern?
I forget.
Is stern the left?
That is a great question.
Literally just said I don't remember.
I can't either. I know the bow. And I know stern and starboard are one of the directions. Anyway, as you approach the island, it is one you've seen many, many times. The first island that appeared on the painting. Before you continued it on into the many faces.
Very nice.
However, you get close enough to see, and there are no people. There's nothing.
I don't know why it's so small.
there is seemingly nothing here. But there is enough room for Sam to park the ship.
Park?
Yep.
Park it?
He doesn't really need an anchor.
He parallel parks to the island.
Yeah, he gets to the
good
side and
plan.
kind of backs up and turns inwards. Is able to drop a gangplank to the shallow waters you'll have to wade through if you want to go onto the island.
Okay. Laura will do that. Laura doesn't wait.
I mean, there's no point not following lore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get onto the sandy shores, and there is no signs of civilization here. Nothing at all. Which isn't abnormal. The island you got on for Strizel's treasure wasn't exactly populated either. But you just have a different sense, like, man, this has not really been touched in a long time. Oh, hello, Teddy. What would you like to do, Lore?
I guess I'm gonna search for people. I do want to also say, before I left, I did pick up my sketchbook off the floor that I just dropped on the ground. I want that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be doodling a lot. But I guess I will just walk forward.
Yeah, give me investigation.
It's like I don't really know where to go, but I have made it here.
Is there any way that we can help with the investigation?
Yeah.
22.
Never mind. Already did it.
So, Lore, as you head towards the inland with where the trees and wildlife begin to set, it doesn't take long at all for you to find a tree that has a arrow pointed to the right, kind of along the line of trees.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure everybody's following me, but then I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I'm following.
I figured you guys were behind me, and I'm not gonna run away, but I'm not waiting for you guys. Is what I mean. If one of you is still
Much
in the boat, I
like the
would wait.
ruins.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So you follow along the path, and every now and then you find a new tree with a marking. There's not a ton, but it's enough that it feels like as soon as you're maybe I passed the marking or something, you find another. And some are more difficult to find than others. But man, with that roll, you have no problems at all. And eventually you manage to work your way through all the trees till you come out on a little stone cove. The waves are crashing up against it. Everyone you can kind of see down from the side would have been hidden from the place where you parked the ship and were coming in by the jutting rocks. There are a series of small boats tied, looking like they'd be big enough to carry a small group, maybe a little bigger than yours, pushing 10. But what stands out the most is on the head of this rock formation is a monument of some kind. It's made of stone, but it definitely looks a bit man-made. And it has holes throughout it where the wind breaks through, creating its own little melody through the monument.
Oh, it's a giant ocarina. I get it.
I'm gonna, very similar to how I just fast sketch, but I'm just gonna note things so I can draw it in more depth later. Laura's sketchbook is turning into just the most interesting documentation.
It's going to be one of those things where, like, 500 years from now, this is going to be a collector's piece.
Mm-hmm. Man, and it just makes me wish that I had literally written every single time Laura has drawn something and then just drawn this one day. But I do not remember everything.
Fair enough. But you do not find any more markings on where to follow?
Okay. Or we'll wait for everybody to catch up.
We are, well, I'm as close as I could be.
Yeah, you weren't the fastest you can move, everyone else can move.
Okay. Well, I mean, Laura's just kind of scurrying along, you know?
I don't think anyone else is willing to get lost in a forest.
It's true, it's true.
I don't think so.
So, no.
I don't know.
You want to try playing again? Music seems to be the dominant form of communication around here.
Yeah, it's something I learned just naturally. I always assumed as a changeling characteristic, so yeah, I will play my song again.
Okay. So, you play your song, and this time nothing seems to happen. For the first time on your journey.
The song that's coming through the monument, a different song.
Yeah, it's not really a song per se. It's more like all these little holes are giving specific notes. And it's not in any particular pattern because it's reliant on the wind.
It's like that one SpongeBob episode.
I don't know which SpongeBob episode you mean.
Where all of the wind goes through his pores and it makes the sound.
I immediately thought of the Hunter x Hunter guy, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Hunter x Hunter guy is a pretty good indication, yeah. I forgot about him. He was not on screen long enough. He needed more time.
I was gonna say, crap, we ran out of mileage on this plot device.
Yeah, he did.
Let's investigate the monument. Let's get up close, see if there's anything on it.
Yeah, okay.
That is the only thing I can think of right now.
I don't know. I think we got to play some kind of song, but I just don't know what song. And I know other songs than my song, but I mean, like, that one means a lot to me, so...
Okay.
I will investigate this monument.
Let's take a peeky looky-loo at the monument.
Take a little peeky.
All right. So, you take a peeky at this monument. Give me investigation with advantage, because everyone's helping.
Natural 20. It's a 23.
So, with a 23, as you're like investigating it, you manage to see there's one hole larger than the rest, and as you look through it, it gives you a good look out on the distance horizon line in the direction where the map pointed to the other island that you can't see, but there are large rocks jutting out in arches along the water. And I'm going to give you the map here. Boom, boom. Scroll down. Bum, bum, dun, dun. There we go.
Aw, is it shaped like a music note? That's so cute.
So, you guys would have parked your... I don't need to draw with that. I need to draw with this. Go away.
Michael, I'm going to ask you to stop saying parked your ship.
I like it.
I'm going to lose my...
I think we should park everything. We should park our horses and park our ships and park our, I don't know, everything.
But a ship comes to berth. It doesn't park. Or it comes to port. It doesn't.
Well aware. It just makes it funny.
Just wait till he Tokyo drifts it.
And you guys are over here.
Noise.
So, continuing investigation, you find writing on the monument that says, brace yourself, do not flee. Everything flows, greatness scales, follow the key.
Oh, that's very cool. Does anyone know what that means?
Yeah, scales, you play music, scales, key is key that you play in.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, that's just my basic assumption.
That's a lot easier than what I thought. I was thinking more like dragon scales. I was worried. I don't know. Let's try.
Play your scales, lol.
I will play my scales.
And I guess follow the key that's laid out for you here.
Mhm.
I would imagine.
So what do you play?
I will play. Can I play a nicer version of the dragon song? Like a less angry version?
You could, yeah.
Like in like a different key or something?
Sure.
You said that like that's the wrong answer. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So you play the song, and again, nothing happens. But I'll let you roll me a intelligence check or a history check.
History or intelligence?
Yep.
Those skills both kind of suck. That's a 10 in history. I told you about those skills suck.
There's something you're forgetting tied to the images you saw while burning the candle. And I'll let you think on that because we'll take a quick break here.
Yay.
I'm like, shoot, I don't remember. Oh no.
We'll be right back. Teddy has decided that he must go outside now.
Me too.
And it is 7, so we're about halfway done here, so it's a good moment for everyone to take a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've given as much information for this as I kind of want to for now. I want to see what the party does.
Yeah.
Well, this is mighty difficult because the clue that you gave was Lore's candle, but we never saw Lore's candle.
No.
Yeah.
So we can't really help much. I've given my guess.
And I can try my song.
You tried your
was-
song already.
I tried the dragon song. I could try my song. Not that I think it's going to change the outcome. I don't even know. But the candle gave me the song.
I thought you played your song. I must have messed that up.
That's
Go ahead.
okay. No, I tried to play a less aggressive version of
The dragon.
the dragon song.
I will.
Didn't you play your song when we came over there, though, first, and then we went up to the monument?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you did play your song here, just
Yes.
not here.
I have
Okay.
played my song on the island. Sorry. Yeah, no,
My
you're not
brain.
wrong.
I was like, damn, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I remember you played your song because I said, "Oh shit, we ran out of mileage on this plot device."
Yeah.
I'll ask you then, Jer, what do you remember of the images the candle gave?
I remember it took me through my life. It showed me my my tiefling family, and then it went back and it showed me the changelings leaving, and then it went back and it showed my implied changeling parents leaving, and it went back. It just went back a bunch, but I don't remember specifics, unfortunately. And I don't have anything written in my notes because I changed my notes since then. And I didn't write in detail what I written. So I don't think I wrote anything in detail. I never wrote with you.
Okay. Then I will say that one of the last things it showed was the implied your parents and you sailing through stone arches.
Oh. Okay. You said that there was little boats somewhere?
Yeah.
Can we get to them easily?
Oh yeah. There's a bit of a rocky path that's been worn down and wet, but there is a pathway down to where these boats are tied off.
Okay. Can I boogie my butt down there to get a boat?
Yeah.
I unfortunately don't remember very much from my candle. It was all a lot overwhelming, a lot of information at all the same time, but I think that I remember sailing through some arches, and so maybe we could try going on the boats through them.
Which ones? It doesn't look like we can sail through all of them easily.
Yeah, that I don't know. Michael, can you read the hint again?
Yeah, I'll actually copy and paste it for you.
Okay.
So it is in the chat. Bless you.
Where? Where in the chat?
Well, Funky Town just came on, and I don't know how to feel.
Awfully, everything flows, greatness scales, follow the key. And there's a bunch of like dilapidated ships.
No, those are the arches.
No. There are perfectly fine ships.
Oh
sailboats.
shit, I thought you meant on the map. Bro, God.
Oh yeah, no. The map is showing the arches that you can see.
Okay.
Which you can presumably sail through with these boats that are tied off here. They are in perfectly fine condition. Oddly so, considering how little other signs of civilization there are here.
Do not flow, follow the key.
Is there any sign of like a current? Or will I not know till we get in the
What's-
boat?
What are? Do we know what?
The white one is us, where we are right now, and the red one is the ship that we just came in on.
Yeah.
Okay. The red one's the brother ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Brit. Because I forget what it's actually called. The derelict.
Yeah, the derelict.
Hey. And then there's like dinghies that we can sail
Yeah,
on.
basically. A sailboat that could hold up to 10 people. Probably.
Okay. That's not exactly a dinghy. It's a little bigger than a dinghy,
Yeah.
but well, perhaps we just try sailing through these arches then.
Yeah, right now we're trying to figure out which ones. Since they don't
Well-
exactly go in a straight path.
They don't, but what if we... Michael, permission to draw?
Granted.
Okay, thank you.
And probably, honestly, needed.
What if we go this one, number 1, then we go 2, then little baby 3, then whatever turn we have to do to go up here 4, and then down here 5.
That makes sense.
Lost on me that these islands are in the shape. Sorry, these fucking guys, arches, whatever, are in the shape of the island, but like. It's unfortunately not in the same direction. So, what are we supposed to do? Try it? Sure.
I just got
Yeah.
massive deja vu. What the fuck?
Ripperoni?
I think let's try it. I want to see when we're actually in the boat if there's like a current, like if it'll just let us
Scales,
take
follow the
us there.
key.
Yeah, I'm
Those
like everything
islands are
flows.
notes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, everything flows. Like maybe it just like takes
So,
us there.
I
Yeah,
can't
you-
tell you what the notes are because I don't know what key it's in. There's
Yeah.
like, is it in
Treble
C? Is it in F? Is it in D? Is it in major or minor? Like, it kind of is necessary to know those things.
The island
That-
does kind of look like a clef and then like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
musical score.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought that this part was. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I said
hold
that
on.
a little bit earlier, but that's okay. And I don't know much about music, but I do recognize that it's a music note.
So yeah,
Well, if
maybe
we wanted, it says greatness scales.
Huh.
So maybe we
Yeah.
want to try to go ABC, not the 1, 2, 3.
Matt? Okay, that makes sense. But
Great idea.
oh god, I accidentally exited out of the fucking god damn it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
hold
looking
on.
up notes on the treble clef because I used to
Yeah.
do alto.
I used to do clarinet, I understand. I just need to know what key it's in so I can help.
I did guitar. Frets are significantly different. I don't know anything.
Because the C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. F major, F, G, A, B, B, C, D, and E. And D minor is D, E, F, G, A, B, B, and C. So, like, is it in major or minor? And which key? Me, struggling every day.
did we hear? Well, we know of 2 songs. We know Lore's song and we know the monster song, right?
Yeah.
So what key are those in, Michael?
That's a great question.
No, that's not the answer to the puzzle.
Yeah, but
Because Michael doesn't know.
I think key and such is kind of overthinking.
Well, no, it was a great idea. It's just if Michael doesn't know the answer to give to us, it's probably not the answer. That's just me, like, gaming the system.
Okay, so
It is probably on purpose that this looks like like music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that's not the answer, so.
And
So-
greatness scales follow the key. Yeah, like follow the okay.
So I think that's A, B, C. Then trying to look at this. That might be
Last one would be E.
the bottom one here.
Yep. And the top one could be F.
I was going to say I think it's F.
But if it's in minor, it is reversed. So, as you can see.
I will say, if you're going based off the lines of the grid does not exist.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going by the grid lines. I'm just
No,
going
we're
by
trying to
general
we're
position.
trying to pretend that there's the music lines. So here's what we do. We hope that there's not a penalty for getting it wrong. We try it in major, and then we do it in minor if it doesn't work.
So potentially 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
And then we do that backwards if major doesn't work.
Yeah, hopefully there is not a penalty.
Because this makes sense that this is what it should be. Everything flows, greatness scales, follow the key.
There's so much written on the screen now, I'm kind of confused on which way you're now going.
The green. We're following the green.
So
Yeah,
we'd be
ignore the
going
purple.
whoop,
I will delete my purple. Oh, I will draw more purple.
then whoop, bup, bup. Or alternatively, let me. We go whoop. That's probably better.
Because Mel's right. Like, if it's...
No, Mel's probably wrong.
Well, no, you're right that if it's in a different key, it changes the order.
Okay.
Just that there's 2 E's and there's 2 F's, and like C is your middle note, but it's also your low note. Like it is.
Music's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Michael, music is weird, isn't it?
Okay, so you go down there first.
Also, we make Zen steer because he's the ship boy.
You want Zin to use oars on a boat big enough for 10 people, which means that you probably need 2 people rowing.
I forgot that it was oar-based. But yes.
Alright, Zin, good luck, have fun.
Oh.
we can all help.
Yes, make the string bean do the rowing.
I'll help.
Okay. With help, it doesn't take too much time to get in here. However, you see as you get close to that first one, there are some rocks just barely breaching above the water that are blocking your path.
Okay. So that's not the right way then.
Alright, let's do it the other way.
Yeah, let's try going to top boy first. Well, if that doesn't work, then we reassess our thought process.
We go back to the island and think it over.
Yeah.
Okay, similar fashion. Your way is blocked by the rocks.
Well, bitch of a whore. Okay.
I will ask it again. Is there a current? If we stopped rowing, would we go anywhere?
There doesn't seem to be any super strong currents. The wind obviously creates waves.
Yeah, like outside of ocean stuff.
Is this secretly just a Pokemon movement block puzzle?
No, it's not secretly a Pokemon movement block puzzle.
It's not secretly is the key word. It is, though, the rest.
Captain Zen has a new course plotted.
Why, Zen?
Sorry, I was muted. I was saying maybe we go this way because the notes scale up.
That's a good idea. That's actually a great idea. We do love just that. I love that just you were doing your own thing, but that is actually really smart.
I do like that we tried to use actual music theory for the scale, and it didn't work.
You know, we could still be wrong. Let's give this a go.
Okay, so yeah, let's try heading down to that island then.
I will say, this way does not work either.
God damn it.
I think you need to kind of get in between. In between
what?
the just go one direction versus how far deep into the scales you're thinking.
Well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Just so you know.
Yeah.
How do you go in between when we did all of the in-betweens and the forwards and the backwards?
Like, the only ones we haven't tried are this boy and this boy. Well, that's a wibbly-ass path.
Yeah, and I feel like we shouldn't maybe give up on the key and not just, like, go through things.
Well, like, it says, brace yourself, do not flee. So I'm assuming the second we get through, like, a correct one, it's gonna... Or maybe we're supposed to just smash through the rocks. Because it says, brace yourself, do not flee.
Well, I think something spooky's gonna happen, you know? Like,
So,
maybe the island's gonna, like, rise up or something real Zelda style.
So maybe one of the ones we've already done are correct, and we've just backed off, and you're not supposed to do that?
Yeah.
But at the same time, let's try this one that we haven't tried yet.
Okay. You start sailing towards the middle one. There is nothing blocking your path. You manage to sail through the arch. As you do, your boat begins to tremble a bit, and you see a rune glow on the side.
Does anybody read runes? What language is it in, Michael?
Are runes in languages?
Yes.
Yes?
Michael.
Oh.
Runes are
I
languages.
was like...
How long have we been playing? God of Wars.
Yes, I understand that, but I meant like magical runes.
Well, dwarvish...
There's a difference between a rune and a magical rune, Michael.
I guess, yes, you're right. Sorry.
One is a language.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, Dwarvish and Giant are both D&D languages that are runic-based.
Yeah, you're right. My apologies. I meant like a magical rune.
You said Arcana?
Yep.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
Either.
That's a
Mine
whole
is
ass
also
8.
not very good.
Fucking... What the hell is that number? Yep.
Mine's a 16?
Ooh.
Mine was a 15.
Ooh.
Tell if it's 5 or 2.
Velkian lore. The magical rune that lights up has to do with illusion.
That makes sense.
Dispel magic.
Do you just hit dispel magic?
No.
Okay.
I don't have it prepared.
Fair. But you managed to get through one arch, so you know which one the first one is, correct?
We solved it via brute force.
I was gonna say, by sheer stupidness, we did it.
Got through
Now
the
it's
first one.
again.
Where's the
Yippee.
next one?
See, I don't know because it doesn't seem to be following any rhyme or reason.
Okay, so which of the middle ones was the first one?
Number 3.
It says number 3 right
Number
now was
3?
number 1.
Okay, I'm gonna draw on it.
Here, let me.
Well, it's fine, okay.
Boop.
Okay.
Oh, like I don't understand what the rhyme or reason is.
I want.
So you probably have to go 1, 2, 3, 4,
And, like, Michael
and
thinking
cut down
that-
the middle. Fuck, I can't.
Not
That
a hard
way.
puzzle.
No, it's more just like I want to. It's hard to figure out how much to give, right?
Oh, no, and I don't mind that part. I'm just like, I am stumped.
Yeah.
So-
Like, I'm not offended that you're not giving us more. I just literally am like, I don't know, man.
Somebody give a. What would be a good? I gotta look at the list of skills.
Oh, if we fail this roll, I'm willing to try Mel's suggestion.
I guess I'd have to go with investigation.
Okay.
That's the best one I could think of for this.
I think Felky gets
I-
advantage on those.
Investigation? No, I do not.
I have a +9 in it.
I get
Oh, okay,
advantage in
you
insight and
investigate.
perception.
Oh, okay.
My investigation was 17, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if we were actually rolling or not.
Well, mine was a 5, but I think Sintra should do it.
Do I still have my guidance from before?
Oh god.
Like,
Ends. Did you use it?
no.
Let me check. It lasts 1 minute, so
Oh,
no.
then
I
no.
can. I'll give
Okay,
you. I
so
can give
just
you bardic
15.
inspiration. Does that help?
Inspiration?
I can. Yeah, I could give him bardic inspiration.
I did roll a 17, but it's better to have somebody roll higher, so.
Go ahead and roll
that-
inspiration.
What's a plus
What's
6,
that?
right?
A D6 or
Are your
It's 1d8.
D8?
D8?
I'm like, it's coming. I
Inspiration
promise.
would be re-rolling the whole thing, but
Yeah.
it's don't listen to me. See the D8. You just fuck it. I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Oh, that adds 6 onto it, so 21.
21. Okay. So you think on your clue on the monument, and you're fairly certain that the idea of scales being referred to with the music is correct. However, you're thinking too much about key. There are many ways for key to be referred to out in music, but also outside of music. Like a legend on a map could also be referred to as a key. So if the clue is giving you follow the key, there might be something else to think of as a key.
Did we have anything on the painting that could have helped?
I will pull out the painting.
The painting is now a map.
Oh yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So unfortunately the painting cannot help. So I would probably implore to look again at the written clue, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, is there anything on this map that's like a key?
I would say the island kind of looks like a keyblade.
Jesus fucking.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is there anything on the boat, either around our glowing rune or anything that gives some kind of idea.
Get in the ball.
Get in the bowl, or whatever that was.
I should just get in the boat, and I mean, we're already in the boat. That's usually a problem.
No, there isn't really anything in the boat itself.
We're already in the boat.
When you were first learning, I guess, when you were first learning music, how did they teach you the scales? How to remember them?
Yep.
Like I said, I took guitar, and frets are different than scale. I unfortunately do not know.
And I learned the
Sorry,
same way that I did.
I'm a fake music fan. I don't know the scales.
Clearly, Michael learned music a different way, I
Yeah.
guess.
Or no, because I looked it up and it's common, so it's not like it's me a different way. It's how do I convey it without?
Telling us the way that you
Yeah.
do music.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Sorry, we are stupid.
No, you're not stupid.
Maybe we were looking at the positioning wrong, and Island 1 is actually middle C.
I think
Like I said, there's 2 C's, so...
I think the way I want to convey it is looking at the letters in the clue.
Michael, the letters. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Like, I get it, but at the same time...
E, D, E, G, F.
Yeah, that's really mean. It's mean. Michael,
I need you to know that I just read this as Bajagook.
Let me explain
yeah.
why this is mean. The N is also capitalized.
Yeah, you're right. Fair.
I thought of that earlier, and I was like, that can't be it, because the N is also capitalized. Fuck off.
Michael, you sneaky.
So with that, can you figure out the order?
Somebody who understands music. Go, it's your time.
Yeah, I'm like Matt and Melvin coming in clutch right now.
Clearly not clutch enough, so... If
I'm
it
going to have
doesn't
to guess,
even...
because these positionings are not really great.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, really, honestly. It would be...
Oh, come on!
Yeah, that seems to be the feeling here.
I think like that. So then we'd go from here to there to there to
We go around.
here,
Yeah.
like that.
Makes sense.
Not sure why your E and F are different.
Because of the way the stupid tool works.
No, as in like E would be bottom. Anyway, this is
Because it goes backwards.
This is how I learned the scale.
I've never learned that in my life.
Oh,
Now that you
scale.
mention it, I learned that in school, but that was like fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah, see, and I remember
Yeah,
my sister
that was like
learning this on
elementary school.
piano.
The other ones to remember was face, F-A-C-E.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to go by lines and gaps. That's why I have E and F where they are.
Okay.
And also, just for future reference, Michael, this is the major C scale.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Okay, so
fucking throw hands today. I'm gonna throw hands all over the place. Every single one.
I tried to be like, what would be easy, but also not super easy. Puzzles are hard.
Puzzles are hard. I think it's a good puzzle. I'm sorry we
No,
took
there's
it
nothing to
way too
apologize
literal.
for.
Way too literal, and then not literal enough.
That's what I meant by like in between. Somewhere in between. But yeah, so as you are, and the whole brace yourself as you go through each arc, the boat begins to shake more and more as each rune lights. And you made the joke about dispel magic, Mel.
It wasn't a joke. I meant it, but I don't have it.
No, sorry. It's not that you're casting dispel magic. As the boat travels through these and the final rune lights, dispel magic is cast out around you, and a blast wave ahead, the form of land comes out ahead of you. I'm on the wrong tool.
Oh.
Can I delete that? Nope, that was the wrong one.
Oh gosh.
It won't let me grab the actual one. Dang, I'll just redraw.
Well, the other island's gone now.
The other island was just destroyed. Yep. Dang, that sucks.
The sea monster comes up and eats it.
God,
So
no.
here you go. That's why it doesn't make sense to me.
Ah,
I'm sorry, Mel.
No, I just that's why it didn't make sense to me, because this is what I know.
no, you're
They're
you're
all
doing
backwards.
you're doing great, Michael. We love your puzzles.
Where the heck? Why is that there now?
You're doing great. I'm just mad that it's too much. Me.
Jeez, there we
We
go.
love your puzzles.
Knowledge too big. Not the right kind of knowledge.
The problem is Mel's brain is too stonking.
The problem was I should have considered how far ahead other people would be in knowing music and accounted for that.
Problem is that there is no problem. You just overthink things. Me, I overthink things.
Okay. But yeah, so as you get through the last one, you see the island ahead. There is, as you know from your map, well, what was once a painting, that there is a volcano on this one, and there's like a bit of plumes of smoke coming up out of it. And as you get closer and closer to the island, you can see along the sandy shores are wooden buildings, pretty simple in design, on stilted platforms to kind of not get blown away by the rising tides, along with a bunch of boats and people walking about.
People?
There's people.
What do the people look like?
The people all appear to have white skin, much like your own lore. And actually, as the dispel magic burst out, your tiefling form receded and you are back in your changeling form.
Very nice.
And I will kind of just bring us back to the main map because we're done with this one now.
Sure. I definitely was in my changeling form since basically the boat, but
Okay,
you're
fair
all good.
enough. Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
I actually went
changed back
wild.
since the dragon, the sea beast.
Yeah, wilder changeling, but I feel like maybe those characteristics went away because it's not my true form, but it's like a trying to be a truer form of the changeling form. It's like a wild creature.
As you get close, the majority are in the main look of the changelings, but you do see others that have taken on different masks and forms that they probably are more comfortable in. The air is filled with sounds of music from many different instruments coming from many different places. And everything seems pretty peaceful. And this is also the first time in a very long time that anyone aside from you guys, well, no, that a large number of changelings have been seen by anyone other than other changelings. And B, you are all, eyes are on you as you row in.
Well, this would be the first time that Laura's ever seen a different changeling in changeling form.
Yeah, fair. There'd be no way for you to know otherwise.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Like, maybe we've met changelings before, but we would not know. And Laura's always been scared to show their form, so they just... there would be no way to communicate to a different changeling to, like, show their changeling form, you know?
As you get closer, there is a ringing of still music, but kind of more like sound of alarm sort of thing that are, like, echoes throughout the town. And eventually there's a small crowd kind of gathered to watch you come in.
As we, like, get closer to the shore, Laura gets very nervous.
And give his hand a squeeze.
I'll hold Valky's hand back. Normally we would hold tails, but I don't got a tail.
After the
Tail
dispel
gone.
magic, if you would like, you are able to change however you wish.
I'm okay. I'm happy being in this form.
Okay.
It's refreshing to, like, be in this form and not, like, switch between.
Is there anything you do, or do you kind of try to get away from the crowd? Do you try to land somewhere else? Do you come up on their dock?
Come up on their dock. They've already seen us.
I think I would go up to the dock. I don't think I would hide. It just suddenly all came too real for Lore, and it just is like, oh shit.
The thing you've worked for has now come true.
Well, it's just literally went to being like, and obviously not in a literal sense, but they went from being the last changeling to seeing all of their kind.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in, like, literal, like, there's no more changelings, but, like, again,
Like the last unicorn.
Yeah,
The
I'm like,
sea foam, and you're like, what?
they've never seen a changeling before, and so in their brain, I feel like they've always just told themselves they're the last changeling, and they're like, even though, like, they don't actually think that, but, like, you know when you, like, psych yourself up, and you're like, I'm the only one like this. Why is that? I don't know. Pretty much like The Last Unicorn. Man, I watched that movie recently. So sad.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's so good, and actually it's very appropriate for changelings. Here, give me a second.
Is it about an orphan?
No. Well,
but
I mean,
you just-
yeah,
you should,
no.
like, see, the character design is very, like...
Oh, we could have watched it for Mel's birthday.
Oh,
It's
we
one of my
should've.
favorite movies, actually. I made Chess watch it with me.
So actually should have. Alex fell asleep during it, so I'm so sad. But, like, you should see the design of, like, the human character. Like when she gets turned into a human. I'm trying to find a picture, but it's just her face.
I've got some,
Okay, thank you. I'm like, I'm having a struggle.
I've got some gifts lined up. Just a minute.
Like, it's just very appropriate to the changeling people, I would say. Which is actually funny because I did not watch this movie before. I literally watched this movie, like, last month.
Okay. So yeah, you bring the ship into your ship. You bring your boat into dock. There is a platform that you can easily get up on with a ladder and tie off your boat. Though there are many other boats, so I guess if it got washed away, that'd be fine. The crowd kind of parts for all of you. And coming forward is one changeling. Their hair is long, like longer than yours, Lore. And kept in braids going down.
Longer than mine? Probably.
Probably close. Braided same length, roughly same length. Unbraided probably longer. I will say that all the changelings do go by they them.
Classic.
As a default easy way to go about it. There are ones that, of course, do prefer other gendered pronouns and stuff, but easy way to get through this would just be assume they them.
I think it's just hard to have a gender when you can be anything.
Yeah, and there are ones that pick because that's what they're comfortable with. And you could probably take a guess that the ones that take on other forms maybe also kind of picked that that's the form they prefer over even their changeling form.
Or even just they could like masculine changeling form or feminine changeling form.
Yeah, but as we're going through this, very easy just to blanket they them for conversation. Unless we state otherwise.
My people.
One comes forward. As I said, hair braided. The clothing is mostly leathers. Varying colors. Dyed all abouts to whatever. Very bright. I personally love saturation, and even this is like, whoa, that's a lot. Very kind face though. While everyone's kind of whispering and seeming worried because there are 3 people here who had not had a form dispel, so clearly not changelings as they are. But not.
Yeah, that's valid.
But not aggressive because you clearly have a changeling with you in the group. But the one does come forward. Has not a tiara per se, but like a bit of a crown around their head.
Okay.
Yeah, I will later find an image of what I'm kind of thinking of to share. But for now, they come forward to you and we'll just say, "Greetings, travelers. I am surprised to see, well, any of you. May I ask who you are?"
I will step forward, but also I want to say while we were on the boat, I would have probably, when we got closer and closer, I would have probably gotten my mom's gloves from Valky that I gave to Valky.
Yes,
that I have not worn in a long, long time, and I'm going to put them back on.
Okay.
But that was on the boat just before we get there. It's important for the vibe. But Laura will get off the boat, and we'll up to them. Hello, I'm Laura Astoria, and this is the court. These are my friends.
A little wave.
I'll gesture to them. So anxious. A very anxious being.
They give a slight bow. I am Zestin, the leader of this village.
Zesty.
Zestin.
Zesty.
I take it you are one of the lost ones that have finally found their way back.
Yeah, I've never seen another changeling in person. Just only recently pictures.
They quickly turn to the crowd that has grown and just claps a bit. If everybody could please go back to your business, we do not want to crowd our new guests. And the crowd will slowly disperse so you can feel the eyes still on you. They turn back and just say, my apologies for that. We don't get visitors too often, at least unexpected ones. If you would like, we could take this inside to speak more openly.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay. So they lead you along these multitudes of docks, and further inland there's buildings as well, and you kind of go up a hill a little bit, and when you look back down out along the ocean, you kind of see a sheen across the sky, kind of making things look a bit cloudy, but not enough to block the sun or anything, but that's just the illusion reforming, and the view of the other island dissipates, and all you can really see now is the single arch, the final arch. As you're going through the town to start heading up this hill, Velky, I want you to give me a perception check.
Sure. I can do that. Get my sheet. I have the advantage. Wait, with perception?
Yeah.
Yes, I do have the perceptioni. The perceptioni, the advantioni. 21.
As you're looking around, between two of the buildings, you see a very familiar tent.
Madam Ina.
Do you say that out loud?
I do.
Zestin will just say, I see you've met Ina.
Twice.
Oh. Usually they only appear once to someone.
We had wonderful stories to tell.
Yes, they like to go out and about and try to help wayward souls find their place. Perhaps you'd be able to go speak to them at some point if you like.
I would greatly enjoy it.
And my apologies if this village seems quaint. I've heard grand stories of the vast cities throughout the land. But we try to keep things simple and easy to repair.
I grew up in a village. It's nice, actually. Reminds me of home.
Well, I'm sure there are many here who would love to hear of yours and everyone else's homes as well. We like to tell stories and pass them down. They lead you up the hill a bit to a larger building. This is a bit of a community hall, I would say. I stay here, and we tend to have many parties throughout the week in the evenings. But you're free to welcome to stay here as you like. They'll lead you inside, and it's pretty bare. There's probably like, aside from the main hall, only a couple rooms set off to the sides. And it's within that they'll just turn and finally ask you, Lore, I suppose you have a number of questions?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm having a hard time grasping the words that I'm looking for.
If you need to take your time, that is, of course, welcome.
Maybe. I don't know. I have so many things. This was hard to find. It was well protected, rightfully so.
We did our best to try and make sure that only those of us would be able to get here.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard it is safer out there now than it was when we first fled, but I'd rather we not take the chance.
Understandable. I can't say that I've had the best luck with that, but I haven't really shown many who I really am, aside from this group, of course, and a few select people. Those, I guess, are worthy or trustworthy, even. So I can't speak on that half. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. How long has this been here? Since how long?
A long time. Ever since we felt the airs of the world kingdom start to turn against us, we felt the need to hide in hopes of one day maybe finding a new haven or a way out of the kingdom. Long before my time or my parents' time, but we've slowly built up this village. We span almost the entire island, have everything self-sufficient. Others go out to learn, discover, or find their own paths. And a lot tend to stay here, where we know we are safe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They began to think of us as enemies, and we are not, but we could feel things were going bad, and maybe we went a little overboard, but it is what we know, and it has kept us alive.
How did you guys get here? Like, how come some were forgotten in the mainland? Like, why was I left behind? Not on purpose, but I just...
Well, none were really left behind. Some decided not to come. Some stayed in society out there. Anyone now that is out there would have been born out there.
I didn't choose to stay, though. I was really little, actually. Too young to be left alone. I had to fend for myself. I was abandoned. Blame the ones who abandoned me. But I just want to know why.
I will say for lore, based off of the imagery from the candle, you would get the sense that you weren't abandoned so much as, like, you saw the images of your presumed parents being killed by the blight.
Yeah. Well, and I would know this, and I think Lore would know this, but it hurts.
It's called pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts to be like, you left a 2-year-old kid alone.
Survivor's guilt.
And like, Lore did, like, as a kid, Lore did not understand why they were left by themselves.
Yeah.
That's literally their whole thing. Like, they just literally wanted a family and parents because theirs had just disappeared one day. And like, because of the candle, like, they do know now that they were killed, but it's
Then they'll
It was
say,
only like a month ago.
I feel like, yeah, and I'm like, I feel like there was lots of like also like, I don't know, I feel like as a kid they probably thought that maybe somebody would come for them.
yeah.
They definitely were alone for a while, to the point where they literally watched a kid die and was desperate enough to take that spot.
Yeah. They'll say to you, would you happen to remember either of you said you were abandoned. Do you remember what your parents looked like? Would you be able to change into them?
Would I? That actually is a great question.
I'm going to leave that up to you. It's your character.
I genuinely don't know if I would.
Coin?
Yeah.
It could be less a coin and more of a roll of some kind, like a history, to see if you remember that.
Okay, well, I'll roll history. That's a good idea. Well, I got a 20, so I'm assuming I do.
I will say, because of how long, you have to think hard on it. Because that is a long time ago. I personally don't remember much from when I was 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But it slowly comes to you.
Candle, though, right?
Yeah, but it was very vague. There was more like silhouettes in the candle.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
You're all good. I'm not expecting you to know that information.
You eventually manage to turn into one and then the other of your parents before going back, and there's a bit of recognition on Zestin's face. I believe I can tell what may have happened. Your parents were travelers? Well, they kind of made a mission of their own to take up the mantle of trying to find a way out of the kingdom. Their names were Karn and Mephi.
You're gonna have to spell those because
Yep.
I'm gonna write that down.
I will put it in the chat.
Thank you.
I look at the chat and I just see Dan.
Yeah, oh. Ninja Sex Party is in the chat right now.
It was relevant to the situation.
It was. I know what it was.
Still relevant to the situation.
It was not there when I last looked.
Well, he must have looked a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been there for a bit.
Yeah, the last one I saw was stop.
Dawn?
The gif that
The
says
last
stop.
one.
The second gif.
Oh. I was looking for a sign that said stop. Like a goober.
They had believed they had found some relic, or at least the location thereof, that could open up the barrier for us to get through. And then we could find a new home outside of the kingdom. Based on you saying you were abandoned, I take it that it was not a fruitful journey.
No. I assumed they're dead now. I was left in the, up in the Skydusk area. I don't know if you know where that is, but...
We have maps.
Okay.
I believe there were some ruins they had mentioned around there.
Yeah, up in
I'm
the Skull Rock area.
very sorry to hear of
Parent lived.
what happened to you.
That's alright. It was hard to understand, but I've made my way. I've figured it out. I have very loving parents there.
Good. The fact that you've made it here at all is, in fact, incredible.
It's been a long journey. It definitely was not easy. I think it was by chance, honestly.
It was by fluke that you figured out where we are.
Yeah. It was honestly by complete chance, because I mean, what was the chance that Zintrus got a job that we were supposed to steal a changeling painting?
Funny
Don't
that.
worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Don't worry
lot
about that,
of...
Don't worry about that.
There's a lot, like that painting. The track that painting had to go through to get to your hands is incredible.
Like, even just like meeting the guy beforehand is
Yeah.
insane.
Whew.
If you didn't believe in fate, believe in fate now.
We find that there is very few coincidences.
It almost does feel like fate instead of an actual coincidence. I'm sorry I don't have a lot of words. I'm usually a lot more talkative than this.
No, it's been, I imagine, a exhausting experience. If you'd like to rest, we can continue this tomorrow. I will also, having heard of the news, make preparations for a memorial for Karn and Mephi. I'm sorry again, they were strange but ambitious set of individuals. They were quite liked.
Yeah, were they good people?
Yes, I would say so.
I unfortunately can't say I know them at all. But that's reassuring. If you do have any questions for us as well, or if my group has any questions, please fill in some gaps. I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now.
Can only fill in what we know. My name's Valkyrie. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure is mine.
Chess is muted. I don't know if they know, but this is Zintris and Onatate.
The
Great
great
Onatate.
Onatate.
Yeah, the great Onatate. I don't call him that.
No, you
stand out quite a bit, Great Onates. Everyone else has white hair.
Oh, damn!
Funny that.
And long hair.
I can't believe you take me out at the knees like that.
white hair gang.
Onates has been in the short hair, no ponytail gang the entire game.
Yeah, so Michael, Onates goes back to Mornran. I need to make a character with long white hair. I'm sorry. I'm breaking the gimmick here.
It didn't stand out as much when we had Kashana.
You've got some presidential business to go take care of.
Or did it? It was me.
We learn soon if you can dye dust.
I was just gonna say spray paint.
I will
Invent
fight for
spray
my
paint.
right to be number one.
And to party?
Yes.
Okay. Anastace will say, I prefer it that way.
But you're welcome to ask any questions you may like. You're also free to go wherever you want.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find out.
Was it a Tootsie Pop?
A two.
What is a Tootsie Pop? Never heard of it.
Uh,
Oh, there's a lot of
2,500.
questions to ask a changeling.
Yeah, help me out, Valky. I have so many questions and not at the same time.
Well, I mean, I can understand this is going to be very jarring for you. It's not going to be an easy experience.
I'm maybe for the first time ever, I'm at a loss for words. I would
How
like
about
to learn.
we start with the easy question.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
oh.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, as I said, my name is Zestin. I am the leader of this village. I like to tend to the farm animals and play the flute. Music is as I'm sure you've noticed, a very intricate part of our culture.
Yeah, I play the violin. I
There
will
are
show them my very fancy violin.
Oh, that is quite the violin. There
Thanks
are
for me a couple times.
the candles.
You know about the candles?
Yes, Aina likes to be cautious in leading some here. Well, not here,
You
but
know Aina?
yes.
Remember, we had that whole thing where the tent was there, and I said, "Oh my God, it's Madame Ina," and then he said, "You could go see her anytime," and I said, "Okay."
Yes, Aina is a changeling like us.
Oh my gosh.
Likes to travel around and give advice. The candles that she makes are quite special and only given to those they deem needing to discover themselves in a way. Looking to the past to help guide for the future. I never did it myself. It seems like a big undertaking to go through all that.
Since it seems like you know where you are and where you belong.
Yes. Usually only given to those that decide they're going to go wandering. And I guess it kind of helps remind you where you're from. Though I suppose it can also be used to help someone who's lost find their way home. Ish. I'm sure this does not feel like your home. You've never been here before, but
No. It's
at least
actually wild.
yes.
This isn't my home, and those aren't my parents, but they are. And this is.
I have a potentially strange question. Were they born here or born out there? More.
I would have to assume would have been born here, but I did not know. I guess I don't keep on the intricacies of everyone on the island. I knew Karn and Mephi, but it's not like we were the bestest of friends.
That's fair. I assume you wouldn't know what their kid's name was then.
No, I'm sorry. There might be someone here, but I would not quite know who to ask exactly. They did have friends, but it's been a long time.
I know who to ask.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah. You said you were going to have a memorial or a mourning
Yes.
period. I'm sure somebody there would know who they were. intimately, at least.
That is a fair guess, yes.
So I guess I don't know who to ask, but I know where to ask.
Yeah.
If you even want that name.
It's not going to change anything, but it's definitely going to, pique some curiosity. I don't know. I'm not that person anymore, and that's not going to change. David and Vespa are my parents, and they always will be. But
Glad
it
to hear
doesn't
you
mean
say that.
I'm not curious. Yeah.
The most wonderful thing about life is we get to choose who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Sometimes
not just
choose
as a
parents.
changeling. That is in general.
That is very true. I am very fortunate I got to choose my parents, and I got to choose a little bit who I am, and at least who I am now.
And I can tell, looks at your arm, that you've had a very interesting life.
My arm, but also I have scars literally all over my face.
Yeah.
And I look like I've been was thrown through a blender. Well, not as bad as Falky, but I was on I was just chucked in the blender, and Valky was on puree mode.
He's been in the blender for a little while, unfortunately. The blender started heating him up and turned him into an actual soup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Velky's been on puree, whereas Laura's just been on pulse. Just every now and then.
I like juicing.
Lore juice.
Yummy.
Much
As
like
opposed
blight
to what,
juice.
Valky soup?
Speaking of blight juice, that was my next question.
That was also a question I had to say.
Yeah,
You can ask it if you want.
Do you experience the blight here?
No. We do not. I have heard of that out there.
Interesting.
Do you know why? I don't suppose you would, but I figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
Perhaps the protections we've put up ourselves?
That's fair.
It's fair, but it doesn't make sense to me specifically.
No,
No,
and there's
that's-
very few places on actual land. Oh, there's none on land. There's only one other place that we've been that doesn't experience a blight.
It's quite fascinating that the islands themselves don't experience blight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why. That being said, I don't remember any being on the ship either.
Yeah.
I assumed when
Maybe
you
the
were on the
ocean's
ship
safe.
you were lighting your light.
Fair enough. That is
Yeah.
a fair assumption to make.
I like to think that the ocean.
Because, from what I know, you...
I did
You
say I light it every night.
Yeah, you light it every night. You stopped when you got to Mornring because you were asked to. But then once you left, I was just under the assumption. So I've been rolling for that.
You're valid. My brain didn't think about it until right this second, being like, wow, weird, we didn't see any.
Also, it is a
Light on
lot
the whole
rarer. It is a lot
Yeah.
rare out in the ocean in general.
Yeah, you're in motion, it makes sense.
Considering they seem to come through portals. Like, if you're on a boat and, a portal breaks, you kind of move past it.
Yeah, like I said, you're in motion, it makes sense. If we don't experience the light, I can't assume that you have a cleric.
Not any of... I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the god.
Shatir.
Right. No, none of Shatir. We might have one of someone else. I don't know. Everyone kind of does something different. Our magic usually comes through our music, though. I don't think... I can't presume to say that there's no one who is devout to any gods here, but it's not the normal for us.
Can Onates show his symbol to devotion? Do you recognize this?
I recognize it as a constellation.
Oh, what constellation is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know a lot about constellations.
History is not my strong suit. I lead the village, but I'm not the most knowledgeable on these things. What was it? I think some called it the dragon.
The dragon.
Very interesting.
That's new. Well, not the revelation I was hoping for, but I'll take it.
What were you hoping for?
That I found an entire island of people who know more about ocean.
Oh, honey. It's okay. We'll get there, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Sorry, that's this island. Come on, why won't it ping?
No, it's Mornren, obviously.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it let me ping? Oh, I'm on the wrong
layer. Oh, you mean this one?
No, this one over here, obviously.
The purple one? Oh, somebody drew purple on it. I see. That was the stream. Or chess
that's
or
what was
map.
going on. Okay, I understand now.
You were drawing on it?
Yep.
Not even in your own color.
Obviously, that's the island with all the Voshian people. No.
Right next to Marianne. Understood.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, we're going there next now, Michael. We're not.
So, no blight. Constellations. That's good. That's good. How many years have you been here? I know Law asked earlier, but I don't. You said something about like your parents and your parents and your parents before you.
Yeah.
I don't.
We just want to know all the history we can know, to be honest. And I hope it's alright if I take notes. I promise no one else sees these. It's more for my peace of mind.
It would be... It would have to be at least... close to 500 years.
Wow.
That's quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
So that does make sense. Law, you have your book of forgotten races.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Does that coincide? Does that sound correct? I'm curious if all of the facts that you have are the same. You know, sometimes history is written by the winners type situation. Yeah. I would like to amend that if possible.
Michael, would it? Because all I have written down is the spy stuff.
So, yeah, looking through, you've had this book long enough, I will make you roll for the changeling part of it. It marks that the exact time is kind of iffy, since it's hard to tell when a group of people that can change suddenly stop being around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It marks it down as centuries ago. So
not incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically not false.
The main guess would probably be somewhere between 400 and 800 years. Somewhere
this is
in
fair
there.
To overstate if you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna write in that book. I'm gonna change it in my actual book, not my notebook. Well, I wrote it down in my notebook also, but I'm not.
Like I said, we got to amend it.
Yeah, we want to know all your history, even if it's just fleeing. I know that much.
Yes, we can partake of the journey it took to find this place and set up the protections and our little friend that swims around.
Yeah, like 500 years ago, where did your ancestors live? Like yours specifically? Do you know anywhere in the world? I'm curious.
My specific ones, we were. Oh, I don't know what the current city names would be. There are some forests out to the west, in Freyanoon. We were out around there.
Ruins Edge, Hawk Crescent, Pinecrest?
Hawk Crescent sounds familiar.
Quite far away from the forests, but close enough.
Interesting.
We've been there.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't named that exactly back then, but that was 500 years ago.
The Tasel's Inn has any questions, but I have many. Too many.
Please pop up. I really appreciate.
Let me get us some drinks and we can sit down and not stand out in the open hall. They'll make some tea for you. Nice chairs. It's quaint. It's quaint in here. It's comfortable. The initial tense air seems to be subsiding a bit. Yeah, you can keep asking the questions.
We want to know everything.
The dumbest question. What is your natural predator?
Natural predator.
Don't ask that question.
Well, not really natural predator though. Ones that kind of come in now and then would be sharks. Not really predator, more they just wander in around these waters.
I like sharks.
I like sharks. I never had any problems with them.
They are quite nice, though they tend to think our fishing boats are meals and pop up.
Onates can turn into a shark.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is quite cool.
I do that occasionally, yes.
Just every once in a while.
Sharky.
Shark.
I want to know about your culture. I feel like I've not had any, if that makes sense. And I mean, that's not completely true, because I definitely have had tiefling culture and stuff along those lines, but like, I don't know. Even tiefling's culture's wrong, because I traveled on the road a lot.
As somebody who grew up with tieflings, I can assure you that there isn't much for culture. Other than, well, I think every family's going to be a little bit different. I had a mixed family from different areas. All tieflings, but different areas.
Well, as for our culture, we work together to help strive for the community's well-being. We do not partake in money of any sort. It's mostly just trade for when we need to give non-necessary goods to each other. The like art and gifts of plenty. Shiny rocks are very welcome, polished. Basically, if you don't need it to live, that's kind of where we start to barter on deals. Though many instrument makers, and it is always a bit of a rite of passage, I suppose, to try and find the one that suits you best.
Speaking of the instruments, did they change often? Because mine changed. It's beautiful, like I showed you earlier. It's
That-
not how it originally
Yeah,
was.
that is an Aina thing.
Oh. Interesting.
I mean, Aina gave you that?
She didn't give me this instrument, but I think she gave me the power to change it.
The candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Candle's
candle does
also
that.
kind of a map. Map of my brain.
But yes, as I was saying, music is a big part of all our culture, telling stories through them, expression. It is taken very seriously. If someone is working on a music or a song, it is treated with the utmost respect. We are also Fey in nature, though we are cut off from the Feywilds with the barrier. That's kind of where we were hoping to maybe get back to if we could get through it.
How did you guys physically get here?
By boat.
Like, how did you find this place? Was it just like an existing island and then you made it all secrety, or was it like secrety and you were like, oh, I can work with that?
These islands are some of the furthest off from the main boat networks. And we decided to commandeer the existence of a couple to keep ourselves hidden, and our contacts out there kind of expunge them from the records as best as possible. And then through many, many years of magic, we've managed to build up the protections, the illusions, the charms, the beast.
Does the beast have a name? I feel like I've read about them a lot and I don't know who they are at all.
It
have
is
this old notebook?
Melody.
Melody. Yeah, that fits.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
I assume you had obviously met her on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pleasant.
She isn't entirely real.
What?
I figured from the whole, dissipating into glitter thing.
Yeah, as real as necessary to keep people away and to, well, stop people if necessary.
And I mean, that makes sense, but also, like, she attacked our ship earlier. Like, physically.
Yes.
Not even,
Yep.
like, earlier today, but, like, we've met her twice, so,
Yep.
like, cool.
You want to know a little secret?
Yeah.
You could have just boated right through.
Oh.
Illusion magic. Makes sense.
Certainly didn't feel that way.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
scary, but fun. Me and my friends put a lot of effort into bypassing her. We really, really wanted to not hurt her.
The
so-
attacks that are given out are magical in nature and as I said, as physical as needed.
And that's, like I said, magic. It's illusion magic. It's still magic. It still hits. But the beast itself not being... It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It is a multitude of layers of enchantments and magic going on. Though, like I said, not exactly entirely real herself. Though we do treat her as such. There are some monuments to her throughout the island. People like
Yeah,
her.
well, I drew her. I'd like to draw her better later, actually.
I
show them my
believe
Gench.
if you go down the path we came and then take a left through the second main street, you'll eventually come upon a statue of her.
Thank you. That could be really helpful.
That'd probably be the best, unless you have someone just cast an illusion spell to show her.
No, I think the statue might be very much helpful. I'd like to draw her properly. She was very sweet, and I feel like she's very important. So So
She is. She is our protector.
yeah.
Even if it is not physically there, she is as real as anything else to us.
Cool. Very cool.
So, do you believe that there's an artifact out there that can get you through the barrier? Because it, as far as I'm aware, it's quite impenetrable. It punches back, unfortunately.
Well, I would have to say I need to believe there's some way through, or else everything our people have strived for centuries would be for naught. There have been many times when someone has gone out and discovered something new that might lead the way, and it just has not come to fruition. I've heard there's been even some sport event that others have partaken in to get information time and time again.
Oh, Thunderball.
Thunderball?
Ah, that's the one.
If
We won Thunderball, first of all. We are really great at Thunderball.
we did, if the barrier comes down, then I could say the same about everybody else.
What do you mean?
Everything that we've been fighting for could crumble.
Well, our hope wasn't to take down the barrier, just get some sort of opening through for us to get out.
I don't know, Voy, unfortunately.
No, that's what, well, Karn and Mephi thought they had learned of something that could do it.
Yeah, it would be interesting to go up there, because I grew up in that area where I was left, and it would be really interesting to see if we could find anything. I feel like if anyone's going to know about that, though, it will be my tiefling parents, to be honest. They pretty much have scoured that entire area, and the runes, and the other runes, and that is kind of a lot of what they did.
It sounds like they probably would have gotten along quite well with Karn and Mephi.
I was gonna say, did you just have the same parents twice?
Not on purpose.
Perhaps that
Maybe.
is also fate.
Yeah, my current parents would love this place. They would love all the information.
Well,
They
I'm sure
are researchers.
I'm sure there's someone here who could tell you a bit more about them if you wish.
Okay.
If you'd like, I can try and track someone down that might know.
Yeah, I think I would like that. Not that I would ever go back, and not that I would ever do anything, but I'm curious about who I am, I guess, because everything that I am now I've made myself.
You curious about who you could have been?
It's possible they even still have some family here.
That could be interesting.
It's interesting, even.
Very
Maybe.
interesting.
Like, damn.
So, as we start to wind down for the night, is there any final questions or things anyone wanted to do?
No, I need to write lists.
Yeah, I'm like, I am horrible at questions, and genuinely am at a loss for words, so prepare your ass for the next game, Michael.
Okay, I will. I will get my ass ready.
Good.
Then I think we've found ourselves a good stopping point for the evening.
Before we end stream and go our separate ways and all that fun stuff, can I just talk to you about and by talk to you I mean ask you a question. Is this taken from some indigenous cultures? Because the way that you're describing literally everything, right down to the big house where they do celebrations is very evocative of indigenous culture. Like the big house or the long house, whatever you want to call
not
it.
super intentionally. I was thinking more just along the lines of what resources they would have here on the island. And
Indigenous resources, Michael.
Fair. But also just thinking more of if with the changelings being so tied to music that they'd have many places to play and perform. So I guess if I
You could have taken the W and said yes, but okay.
I don't want to take I want to take credit for the things I purposely thought out, but not for the things that are
Yeah, Michael,
coincidence.
take the L in your world building.
Yeah, I'll take the L in my world building.
Oh, so excited for so long.
Like, if I go back through everything, like, that's probably like a thoughts that were in the back of my head, but not the forefront.
No.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. Yeah, so with that, we will call it for the evening. I hope all of you had fun. I hope all of you are ready for more of this next time.
Yes.
And we will see everybody again in a couple of weeks. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Michael.